ladies and gentlemen.
There's only one. That's me.
Greetings.
Keys to the kingdom, you see me sitting on the throne. I got God's spirit in me, ready for these demons in my phone. These fake friends like AI, making it up as they go. Ink is cheap, but on the check, I'm in a new tax bracket. Whoa, new clothes, new drip, FaceTime. You know I'm on beast mode. This supposed to be paradise. You know my wrist stay froze, surrounded by the conflict. They stay begging for the smoke. They say they can't stand the fire. I put them in the kitchen on the stove. Now let me cook for a minute, serving all these plates till they gone. See, my heart is made of stone. It's on my sleeve, I put it on. Wild jungle animal, yeah, this hate turned me to a lion. When you praying for a meal, you know somebody's dying. They say I'm hurting all these feelings, the way I touch these raps. Back to back, back to back, back to back, back to back. The crime never ends. Let's reach the level so dangerous. Highest in my city, you can see it in HD.
Venus. Yes, ladies and gentlemen, I got the keys to the kingdom. Hey.
Keys to the kingdom, you see me sitting on the throne. I got God's
Good morning,
ready for these demons in my phone. These fake
Greetings,
friends like
and
AI, making it up as they go. Ink is cheap, but on the check, I'm in a new tax bracket. Whoa, when it's time to relocate,
Curly, clockwise.
To the sky. Ain't no wings, but I look fly. I took the energy of my
I still got a nice shirt, I'll wear it. Attacking. Good morning, Shay.
I'm an idol. I just flew another jet, going crazy, popping with
Good morning.
They see a god in disguise.
Chick the
I got
ruler,
extras for my
Empress.
brothers, but I still ain't got enough. I made a deal that cost a condo. Deals from the hood.
Yes,
Nightmares coming
Mount
true.
Negro.
Fantasies becoming fiction. Overcome it like addiction. I got me a mission. I drip a little different.
Right.
You praying for a miracle while I'm paying for forgiveness.
That's right. Pattern recognition, body spike. Good morning.
I got God's spirit in me, ready for these demons in my phone. These fake friends like AI, making it up as they go. Ink is cheap, but on the check, I'm in a new tax bracket. Whoa.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, you know what time it is. You know what we do over here on this side of town. Good morning, and all right, it's showtime, ladies and gentlemen. You know exactly what we do. All right. Let's go, ladies and gentlemen. Yes, happy Friday, ladies and gentlemen.
I feel like I'm stuck in
Ooh,
time.
Takesha, I see ya, champion.
Stuck in time.
Yes, ladies and gentlemen.
It's like a curse.
Curly, don't worry about what I talk about, all right?
It's like
I
deja
mean, if you
vu.
want me to, I can. Let's go, ladies and gentlemen.
Deja vu when I'm writing up these raps. I'm like the corner school.
I'll be back. Let's go. Yeah.
It's like every week I gotta
Let's
take
go.
out
Let's
the
go.
trash. I'm on top of my game,
Ahead of the class.
You can tell that I made it, look at my grass. Cars in the garage with tanks full of gas. I play the game so raw, I won't finish last. Sitting in my living room, screaming how we made it. This is how it's supposed to happen when you're rich and famous.
Let's go.
The algorithm turned to a maniac.
Yeah.
I can't go viral cause my zodiac. I got all these numbers on my spreadsheet. Benjamin Franklin is my bestie. And if they is my ex, that mean they left me. They don't get replies and they text me. I say it with my chest cause I mean it. Got a lot of confidence and I'm conceited. Call me the master with a new whip. I'ma take off in a spaceship.
I'll tell you what,
There you
I
go.
went on a Dissolution live in a couple of days.
Yes.
Shit was radical.
Very radical.
It was horrible.
Oh, of
I'm
course
like,
it was.
Zeus has gone way off the rails.
It's like deja vu. It's like deja vu.
Right.
It's like deja vu.
Oh my God.
It's like deja vu. Yeah. It's deja vu when I'm writing up these raps. I'm like the Terminator screaming.
Right.
I'm back. It's deja vu when I'm out here flying first class. It's like every week I gotta
All
take
right.
out the trash.
We're done. All right, DJ, go ahead and kill the mute. Welcome, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back. Happy Friday to all of you. We have made it once again through another week of battle of battling out here on social media. All right, with TikTok, what we do over here, ladies and gentlemen, is very, very special. All right, so let's get to that. For those of you who do not know who I am, I go by the name of Zeus, or as some like to say, Triple H. Greetings, Miss Boss Diva. And why do they call me Triple H? Greetings, Morning Star. Yes, ladies and gentlemen, please tap and share this live stream. This is a very special broadcast, all right? For those of you who do not know what we do, we hold our friends on the right accountable for their dirty, disgusting, filthy deeds as well as their crimes. And believe you me, there's a lot of dirt and a lot of disgusting, filthy deeds to go around when you're talking about those on the right, especially the MAGA Republicans, right? And so along those lines, if you are lactose intolerant, right? I know a lot of folks out here are lactose intolerant. That means you're allergic to the facts, right? It's like you're allergic to milk, but you're allergic to facts. This might be a very uncomfortable space for you, okay? Because once these facts start coming out, it will make you cringe. It'll ruin your breakfast, all right? It'll make you feel uncomfortable. You might even get so angry you want to use profanity at Zeus. But be mindful, folks. A lot of you folks who are angry and upset about what I'm doing, when you really sit down and digest what's going on, you're going to realize you're really upset with yourself, right? I'm only on TikTok, but you are the one that got to live with everything that you know is going on, especially when you know it's wrong, all right? So listen up, ladies and gentlemen, especially to you Trump supporters. If you don't like hearing the truth, I'm going to give you an opportunity right now to leave this live, exit stage left, go that way, all right? Leave this live because there's not going to be a back and forth. No, it's just going to be a unilateral form of truth coming at you. So leave this live right now, okay? Because it's about to get nasty in here. But listen, you don't got to take my word for it. Listen to your leader.
If you're not happy here,
Right.
then you can leave. As far as I'm concerned, if you hate our country,
Miss Boss Diva.
if you're not happy here, you can leave. If you're not happy in the U.S., if you're complaining all the time,
Right.
very simply, you can leave. You can leave right now. Come back if you want. Don't come back. It's okay too. But if you're not happy, you can leave.
All right, ladies and gentlemen. I need to really get better at telling these stories. Well, today is story time, ladies and gentlemen. And many of you know what we do, why we do story time. It's because we have a lot of dissension in the comment section, coming from those on the right. A lot of people don't know how I do it, but I know a lot of folks on the right, and these folks on the right, they have a great deal of respect for Zeus. Because they know no matter what it is, I'm going to give them the truth. The first H, I'm always honest with these folks, all right? And so these folks, ladies and gentlemen, they revealed themselves to be Russian bears,
Hold on. You poke the bear, you're going to get the bear.
Right. So we got every Trump supporter that I've ran across to, after a lot of discussions with them, it takes about maybe 5 or 10 minutes before they disclose to Zeus that they are Russian bears. They're operatives for Vladimir Putin. And so what I'm making a point to do on this app especially is to make sure we hold them accountable for their Russian ways, right? And so that's why we refer to them as bears, okay? And this is not a name I gave them. They confessed it to Zeus, all right? And so, MAGA, you know the deal. While I'm telling this story, I want you to keep doing exactly what one of the bears said.
Just keep thinking Trump, Trump, Trump. Trump is your daddy.
Right. Keep thinking Trump is your daddy. All right. So this is going to be a story called The Little Engine That Could. All right. And many of you are familiar with this story, but we're gonna do what we do in the kingdom to make it applicable to what's really going on. All right. So please try to use your your imaginations, if you may. All right. Now, once upon a time, in a land not so far away, there was a small village. Hold on. I got to make sure I get my notifications turned off. I hate when people, reach out to Zeus while I'm in the middle of stuff. Okay. Okay, I think we're there. I think we're there, ladies and gentlemen. Okay. Once upon a time in a land not so far away, there was a small village nestled in the heart of a valley. In this place, you know what it's called? It was called Magaville. In this village, there was a little red engine. You see it right there, that little red engine? And we're going to, for the sake of this story, the name of this engine is Pence. Pence, who was known for his determination and optimistic spirit, all right? Pence was a very religious and he really tried to help others because he had a strong belief in his faith in God, which earned him the nickname the little engine that could, all right? But as all things go, one dark day, a village was thrown into a state of panic as a group of bears, led by a particularly grumpy and entitled bear, and this bear's name was Corn Pop. All right, you know this guy. And he was with his other bear friends, you know, Snuggles Bear and Jay Bear, Stacy Bear, you know all the bears, right? And they began causing an insurrection that spread all over the village. These Russian bears, they demanded that the villagers hand over their most precious resources, their votes. This is what these bears said, claiming that they were entitled to the votes because look at us. We are bears and we are strong. Give us your votes. This is what they did to these villagers, right? The villagers, they were lost, unsure of how to stand up to these Russian bears and to protect their way of life. In the midst of the chaos, word of the village's plight reached a neighboring town where a corrupt businessman, a former president named Mr. Trump, had just arrived from a controversial speech at the Ellipse. All right. Mr. Trump, we all know, was known for his larger-than-life personality and his ability to make deals. And he took a keen interest in the situation. He decided to pay a visit to the village to see if there was anything he could do to help. All right. Mr. Trump, he arrived in the village and he met the villagers and heard their concerns. He promised to find a solution to the bear problem. All right. He said, I can find a solution to the bear problem. Just give me 10 minutes. But his ideas involved complicated negotiations and costly deals that left the villagers feeling uncertain, all right? However, Pence, this is where Pence comes in. The little red engine had been quietly observing the situation and believed that there was another way. Pence, he approached Mr. Trump, who was glowing bright orange, by the way, along with the villagers with a bold proposal. He suggested that instead of relying on trade deals that included taxing imports and placing tariffs and securing the border and, you know, trying to drill and build a wall that and do other things that would, you know, complicate negotiations, that they should just work together to try to outsmart these bears. This is what happened. True story. He explained that if they could use their wits and their creativity, they could find a legal solution to drive the bears away without sacrificing their resources or compromising their values. Mr. Trump folded his arms and began to get real skeptical of Mike Pence's plans and said, you know what, Pence? You know what your problem is? You're just too honest. All right? He proceeded to tell Pence that all he needed to do was to find the way to have the courage to follow through with his deals and negotiations. And he insisted that the system was rigged and that only Trump could come up with a solution because, after all, Trump was the genius and that the bears, they respected Trump. Pence, he was alarmed, all right, by Trump's unwavering confidence and determination and determined to decline Donald Trump's offer, and he began to come up with another plan. I think I can. This is what Mr. Pence said. I think I can. I think I can. Pence said to himself. I think I can find a way to deal with these angry mob of bears. With the help of some Democrats and some actual real Republicans, Pence put his plan into action. He says, if I could just get to the Capitol and certify these votes, the village will be saved. He also figured out a way to set up elaborate traps, all right, and create distractions that would confuse and capture these bears, all the while working together as a team with the Democrats and the real Republicans, right? As the plan unfolded, the bears found themselves outmaneuvered at every turn. Corn Pop, the leader of these bears, was astonished by the villagers' resilience and their commitment to the rule of law. He realized that he had underestimated them, and feeling very, very embarrassed, he and his bear friends, Snuggles, Stacy, and Janae, they decided it was time to leave the village in search of an easier target in a land far away we all know as Russia. All right, the villagers, they cheered in triumph, grateful for the Mike Pence's plan that helped save them. Pence, ladies and gentlemen, went from I think I can to I knew I could. And as for Mr. Trump, it turns out he learned a very valuable lesson about determination and teamwork, all right? He left the village and returned to his home only to find out that he too was in big, big trouble with the law that he once owned. His actions that day, along with the tweets of his past, had launched several investigations into his checkered past. Pence was commended for his bravery and clever thinking and vowed to use this as an example of what happens when you believe that you can. With the bears gone and Donald Trump indicted, the village was safe once more, all right? Pence, the little red engine, became a legend in the valley, ladies and gentlemen. Known not only for his ability to conquer these kind of challenges, but also for his belief that with determination and teamwork with the Democrats and the Republicans, anything is truly possible. And as for Mr. Trump, he had a newfound respect for power and the rule of law and law of order. To this day, you can hear him screaming and shouting, carrying the memory of the little engine that could with him wherever he went. You can hear him shouting aloud, "This is election interference, and this has never happened to anyone before." All right, ladies and gentlemen, that's the end of the story about the little engine that could, and I do hope you enjoyed it. There's always a lesson in what we, learned as children, and it always applies to us today, I do hope you all enjoyed this story, and on that note, ladies and gentlemen, let's begin diving into what we all came here to get involved with, which is the news that's really impacting the lives of millions and millions of people all across this country, all right? So, every day I try to go live, and I usually have my talking points before I start. But the cycle is what it is, and you got to always capture things. And so we're going to start off here. Unemployment expectedly declines in November as the U.S. labor market continues to impress. They don't like it. This is Bidenomics at work, delivering for the American people. All right, and I'm not going to go through all of the ins and outs of this. All right, but I want to make sure we touch on this one part. All right. Let me see. There's one part about this. Okay. So the unemployment rate unexpectedly fell in November, reflecting signs that the labor market may not be cooling as quickly as many had initially thought. Data from the Bureau of Labor Statistics showed that unemployment rate was at 3.7%, down from 3.9% in October, while the U.S. economy added 199,000 jobs, an uptick from the previous month, as striking auto workers and Hollywood actors came back to the workforce. So, ladies and gentlemen, we normally start the show off with booze and shame, but we're not. We're going to start the show off with a round of applause for President Biden and Kamala Harris, because once again, it's crystal clear that Bidenomics is working. Folks got money in their 401ks. Unemployment is down to 3.7%. Donald Trump, in his wildest dream, would never have such an economy. Let's give President Biden and Kamala Harris a round of applause. What are you going to cry about next, MAGA? And you know these Trump supporters, I realize why I end up in their spaces a lot, because you get better when you practice against people, especially some of the more difficult folks, right? I'm winning when it comes to all of this information. There's nothing a person on the right can do or say to convince me that they're winning. As far as I'm concerned, they really do need to go work on telling the truth. All right, and because you know what they do on the right, if they don't have the truth, they default to all these childish antics. They want to just see the country burn down, right? They make up all this silly nonsense. And then you're going, what in the heck are you talking about? All right, but speaking of burning things down, this is a story I want to make sure we touch on in this kingdom, ladies and gentlemen. Let me see where it is at. Let me see. Do I have it here? Oh, maybe it's up there. Okay, maybe it's up there. Oh my gosh. Let me see. Okay, I see that. Ah, there we go. Speaking of burning things down, a woman was arrested for pouring gasoline, trying to burn down Martin Luther King Jr.'s birth home. And when this story broke, you know where this woman is. You know what side of the aisle she's on. We don't even need to say it, right? Atlanta police are investigating a woman who attempted to burn down Martin Luther King Jr.'s birth home. All right? Police said that they were called to King's birth home on Auburn Avenue near the King Center just after 5 p.m. When they arrived, they had found 2 off-duty New York Police Department officers who had been visiting the center. They had a suspect detained until they could arrive. Police said they've arrested the 26-year-old Lanicia Shatrice Henderson and charged her with criminal attempt arson and criminal attempt interference with government property. All right, and so ladies and gentlemen, we already know who's behind this. Who do we know that loves to cross over and interfere with things that belong to the government like they did on January 6th, Donald Trump and his supporters, right? So, ladies and gentlemen, join me in giving Donald Trump and his supporters another round of, they get the first round of booze and shame this morning. Join me in giving them some booze and shame this morning, because one of their own has been caught once again doing the exact same things that we saw these folks doing on January 6th. Let's give them their booze and shame. How dare you do this, ladies and gentlemen. I mean, this just goes to show how dangerous and deranged this MAGA demon really is. It's out of control in this country. These Trump supporters, you really do need to repent. You need to ask the Lord to really help you, all right? Because your souls are on the line, all right? Let's bring up this next topic, ladies and gentlemen. And this is just a PSA announcement, okay? Every time I go into these conservative spaces, right, or they come into mind, that last gentleman, what did he say? Zeus, why don't you give President Trump credit for Operation Warp Speed? Did you take the vaccine? Well, I didn't take it. You know what you need to do then? You need to sit your special behind down, and you need to listen to this special broadcast because it's folks like yourself that got us in the situation we're currently in. All right? And this is it. COVID-19 hospitalizations are increasing in the U.S. Rates are highest amongst oldest and youngest Americans. This. For nearly a month, COVID-19 hospitalizations have been increasing, following weeks of decline and relatively low levels through the summer. All right. As of November 25th, there were 19,444 weekly hospitalizations due to the virus, compared to 15,000 just 4 weeks earlier. While this marks an increase of 30%, it is lower than the 1,500 or 150,000 weekly hospitalizations at the peak of the Omicron wave during the 21-22 season. All right. And rates of COVID hospitalization remain elevated amongst senior citizens, middle-aged adults, and children under 4, meaning the virus is affecting both the oldest and youngest Americans. I want to make sure we all understand this. COVID has not disappeared, although it may have gone from many people's minds and the top of their attention. So I bring this to everyone's attention because, a lot of these so-called experts out here, these Trump supporters, these are right-wing conspiracy theory believers. They think things like it was the plandemic. They call it the plandemic. They think it was all something that the Democrats and China and Fauci all came together to do to get Donald Trump out of office, and they think it's fake, and so they don't take care of themselves. All right. And so to those of you who are on that type of time, you know who you are. I'm going to give you some booze and shame. Most of you are MAGA. All right. Most of you are MAGA. All right. And so let's give MAGA another round of booze and shame because their conspiracy theories that they continue to peddle out here on the internet only harm them, and they don't get it. So let's give them their daily doses of booze and shame. You got to stop believing those conspiracies. I'm telling you, MAGA is really not. It's really not good for your health. All right, trust me, I know. All right, another PSA announcement, okay, and then we'll get into some, the meat and potatoes, all right? Do I have it here? Do I have it here? Okay. Oh, my goodness. Oh, my God. Okay, yeah, okay. This is the one I wanted to talk about. Texas court grants a pregnant mother who's 31 years old permission to have an abortion at 20 weeks, but the state attorney general, Ken Paxton, is threatening to charge the doctor if the procedure is carried out. A Texas mother of 2 has become the first in the country to win a court backing for an abortion after it heard that her 20-week fetus is fatally impaired and could jeopardize her chances of another child. Kate Cox, 31 years old, told the state court in Austin that she'd received emergency medical treatment 4 times since becoming pregnant with a baby and that doctors expected it to be a stillborn. And a liberal judge granted her a temporary restraining order on Thursday morning, citing the threat to her fertility in the first case of its kind since the U.S. Supreme Court overturned Roe v. Wade. This law might actually cause her to lose that ability is shocking and would be a genuine miscarriage of justice, said the state district judge, Maya Gamble, who's an elected Democrat. And this is what happened. Republican Texas Attorney General Ken Paxton on Thursday threatened to prosecute any doctors involved in providing an emergency abortion to a woman, objecting to the findings, and said the activist judge's orders does not insulate hospitals, doctors, or anyone else from civil and criminal liability for violating Texas abortion laws. You know what we got to do, ladies and gentlemen. Ken Paxton is clearly the devil's right-hand man. This is demonic MAGA forces at work like I've never imagined it would be. For him to be openly willing to do this and to cause harm to his own constituents in Texas, and to label the judge an activist simply because the judge is trying to preserve this woman's ability to reproduce and to protect her life. We need to give Ken Paxton exactly what he deserves. I wish the impeachments would have played out and we never had to say this guy's name again. But you know, we're in the battlefield, and so we're gonna do what we got to do to keep the pressure on him. All right, join me in giving Ken Paxton a round of boos and shame, because clearly he's an hypocrite and he's evil. Let's give him some boos and shame. He should go to hell. He should go to hell. How dare you try to interrupt what a woman and her doctor are doing, Ken? Have you lost your mind? And this is what I mean when I say what goes around surely will come around. He might think he's getting away with it right now, but you trust me, ladies and gentlemen, things happen in the universe. There's universal laws, ladies and gentlemen, in case you didn't know this. And you got to keep this in mind when you're out here and about doing what you do. What goes around is guaranteed to come around. And when it comes, Ken, we'll be right here. All right. Now let's move on to our next topic, ladies and gentlemen. All right. You know what it is. You know exactly what it is. Where are we at? Okay, I see where we're at. All right. Someone asked me, am I going to talk about Hunter Biden, right? Fine, I'll talk about it real quickly. Hunter Biden's indictment has everyone saying the same thing about the United States election. All right. And now, what did they decide they want to talk about Hunter Biden for? Right? Because what was it, little tax problem? And so I've looked into this a little bit, and we're gonna look at what Hunter Biden was doing with that money. This is how they're saying he spent the money. All right. He spent his money on drugs. Escorts, girlfriends, luxury hotels and rental properties, exotic cars and clothing and other items on a personal nature. All right. And he did everything but pay his taxes. Right. So, I want to be honest with you all, ladies and gentlemen. This is Hunter Biden right here. Hunter Biden is clearly about that life. In case you didn't know, you don't get a name like Hunter for being soft, so to speak. So I actually, in a lot of different parts of the world, in this country especially, Hunter Biden, he's actually helping President Biden, all right, because he's showing millions and millions of folks, I mean, especially if you're into that hip-hop stuff, right? Some of us are. He's doing everything they were doing, for reals. And his dad was the president. Oh, this is the smart. I mean, Hunter Biden, you just might. Hunter Biden, I'm going to have to say this. You just might be the smartest criminal I've ever seen. Because what better way to be a criminal than to have your dad being the president of the United States, right? I mean, who has a problem with it, right? Listen, and you can't tell me, especially you folks on the right, especially these guys on the right, you can't tell me. Let me go back to this list. Of what Hunter Biden was into. None of you on the right can convince me that you wouldn't have tried to do a little something what he's done, right? Starting with the drugs. I mean, how many of you on the right ain't on drugs? I know some of you clearly are. All right, escorts, girlfriends, come on, gentlemen. You want to try to sit here and act like you're a bunch of Mike Pences out there? Cut it out, all right? These guys, you guys don't fool me. And I think what it is they're jealous of Hunter Biden, all right? And you have a right to be. But, let's get back to the subject matter at hand, all right? The internet, they've weighed in on all of this, right? The internet weighs in. And they're at where we're at, right? This is where they're at. They're saying, you know what? I am so disappointed. Now that Hunter Biden has been indicted for tax issues, I will not be voting for him as president. I will instead be voting to re-elect his dad, President Biden, Please respect my privacy during this ridiculous time, right? We're still going to vote for Joe Biden. Okay, but now that we know, because especially now that we know his son's about that life, his dad's taking care of the stuff that we care about, and his son is in the streets taking care of that stuff. All right, you know how this goes. No one can tell his dad, no one can tell Joe Biden about what's really happening in these streets like his son, Hunter Biden, all right? And so you got to understand, there's some good coming out of this, all right? Another person, ladies and gentlemen, says, I don't see how Hunter Biden, who the heck is this? All right, okay. I don't see how Hunter Biden's presidency survives this, right? And I don't see it either, right? Is Hunter Biden running to be president, ladies and gentlemen? Oh my God, these folks have some good takes on this, all right? I'm voting for Hunter Biden's dad in 2024, right. This is all true. The truth is Hunter Biden's last name, if it wasn't Hunter's last name, if his last name wasn't Biden, he likely wouldn't be facing any charges at all. And I sincerely believe that, all right? Last one. Sorry, folks, but there's no way Hunter Biden is getting my vote now, right? Look at this, ladies and gentlemen. Look at these photos, all right? He doesn't have 16 former aides warning America that he's dangerous. This is his dad, right? So ladies and gentlemen, this is just another example that when we see President Biden and his son, I don't know why that picture is like that. But look at Hunter Biden. When we see Hunter Biden, we see a completely different person, all right, than when we see President Biden. We all know President Biden is not doing anything that Hunter Biden had listed. We know that. That's very clear. And so all this talk about what did Hunter Biden do with the money, I think it's became crystal clear. He wasn't giving it to his father. No, he was using it to fuel his rock star lifestyle. And so bringing this back full circle, ladies and gentlemen, join me in giving, his name is James Comer, and all of these other so-called MAGA folks who are trying to accuse President Biden of some form of influence peddling, right? Because they believe that Hunter gave Joe money on behalf of China. Join me in giving them another round of booze and shame, because all this proves is that Hunter Biden was about that life and that his father, Joe Biden, was not involved with any of the shenanigans, right? Let's give them some booze and shame, because this is going to end real bad for them if they move any more forward with this whole impeachment inquiry. Let's give them their booze and shame. I know, I see there's some dissension in the comment section, right? There's folks out there that don't like this content that I'm bringing. I haven't said it in a while, but you know the rules.
If you're not happy here, then you can leave. As far as I'm concerned, if you hate our country, if you're not happy here, you can leave. If you're not happy in the U.S., if you're complaining all the time, very simply, you can leave. You can leave right now. Come back if you want. Don't come back. It's okay too. But if you're not happy, you can leave.
I told you there's going to be a lot of truth coming out in this live. So if you don't agree with anything that I am saying, if you feel like I'm spreading lies about something, by all means, please put it in the chat, all right? Please put it in the chat. Cite your sources. Simply referring to me as a liar or anybody else that comes up and speaks, simply calling us liars is not acceptable. It's unacceptable. If this was a class and you turned that in, I'd give you worse than an F. I'd give you an incomplete. I'd send it back. Go back and try again. We're way past the territory of just labeling folks liars now, ladies and gentlemen. We got an election on the line. You got to come with some real information. And just because you know how to yell, I got to say this. Just because you know how to yell at the top of your lungs on TikTok, it doesn't mean you're intelligent. What it shows is you're out of control. You have no control over yourself or your emotions. And as far as I'm concerned, you're a dangerous person to be around, right? Because you can imagine what it's like to be around somebody who doesn't know how to control themselves and likes to blame other people. like their leader Donald Trump does. And so that's a bit of some game for you Trump supporters out there. Y'all got to work on controlling your emotions a lot better. All right? Because just because you don't like something, it doesn't mean you should go around yelling at people. And I'm saying that to you, Corn Pop. Trump lawyers afraid of what he'll do when he takes... Oh, I'm on the wrong one, but we'll get to that one. Hold on. There we go. I'm so sorry. This is an interesting thing, all right? This is an interesting thing. So we all know Donald Trump has a fraud trial coming up where he's supposed to be testifying this coming Monday. And according to our friend Lisa here, and she's following this. She's good. She's a prosecutor, former prosecutor. She's saying his lawyers don't want him to take the stand because they know what's going to happen when he does. All right. Let's listen to what she has to say.
Donald Trump, that people tend to lose track of it all. You are eyes inside the courtroom. So as he takes the stand on Monday, what does this case look like? How's it going for him right now?
I don't think it's going particularly well. Let me resist your question to one extent. I'm not positive Donald Trump is going to testify. I can tell you, looking at you here, I know Donald Trump wants to testify, but his lawyers desperately wanted to lift the gag order that's still in place. They weren't able to do so. They asked Judge Engoron to pause the trial. He would not do so. And they told me to my face the day before they weren't going to ask him that because they knew how it was going to go. That signals to me they are afraid of having their client on the stand and inches away from that principal law clerk he can't talk about when he testifies. I will tell you also, he didn't answer any questions yesterday in the hallway. He speechified.
He never does.
No, but he usually actually takes a little bit here or there. And our folks who are in the hallway who follow him on the campaign trail said he was unusually disciplined in the sense that while he attacked and gave his usual Trumpian talking points, he would not engage with any of the press corps assembled in the hallway. So all this is to say, I'll believe he takes the stand when he does.
Lisa, let's turn.
So ladies and gentlemen, where we're at right now is we all know Donald Trump is under a gag order in this New York fraud case, right? And he has to go. He says if his plan follows through, he's going to go sit in court and get up on there and become one of those people who are testifying in the bench, and he's going to be feet away from the woman that he has been levying a bunch of nasty attacks about on social media. And I don't think, personally, I don't think he can do it. He can go in there and do that without violating that gag order, right? And his lawyers, they have a right to be very alarmed about Donald Trump's conduct and not wanting him to testify. So ladies and gentlemen, you know what we're going to do. Join me in giving Donald Trump a round of boos and shame. All right, because he's his own worst enemy. All right, and yet and still he continues to blame all his problems on everyone else except himself. And we know what he's going to do on Monday. He's going to shoot himself in the foot. Let's give him some boos and shame. This is your leader. This is your leader, MAGA, and this is why we do what we do. All right, now we can talk about the fake electors in Wisconsin. I bring this story up. Many of us, we know this. I wasn't going to talk about this, but I understand. I got to include it in the content that we're creating, right? Because it's necessary. You just never know. Though the fake electors in Wisconsin say that they were tricked and misled into an alternate elector scheme. And this is to me a prelude, a premonition of what's to come in the future. Good morning, Yazzie. For those of you who still believe, thank you, Little Hawk, for the subscription. For those of you who still believe the 2020 election was rigged, this is something I want you to really listen to, because there's going to be more things like this happening as soon as that ball drops next year. All right. Trust me, I have no reason to lie to you. All right. And this is what happened. 10 Republicans signed paperwork claiming that Donald Trump had won Wisconsin's electoral votes in the 2020 presidential election while acting as the alternate electors And they have now resolved a legal lawsuit against them by confirming that it was Joe Biden who won the 2020 election. And so there's a letter that's been released, right? You can go look this up, ladies and gentlemen, all right? And it's called Wisconsin's 2020 Fraudulent Electors Acknowledge that their votes were used in an effort to undermine the presidential election, has settled with the plaintiffs, all right? Let me see if we can get some see. And so there's a statement in there that all of them are going to have to sign and issue to the state of Wisconsin, okay? All right, can you see it right here? This is the part I want you to all pay attention. And I want you all, especially you Trump supporters, this is real. Do not make this up in your mind that this is fake. This is a real legal document. And this is what each one of those fake electors had to sign, all right? Sign off on in order to stop from being sued by, what was it, $2.4 million? They didn't want that pressure. They didn't want to face being in prison. So they signed this statement and they agreed that this is really the truth. All right? And this is what they say. On December 14th, 2020, in compliance with requests received from the Trump campaign and the Republican Party of Wisconsin, we met at the Wisconsin State Capitol and executed a document titled Certificate of the Votes of the 2020 Electors from Wisconsin. That document stated in part that we were the duly elected and qualified electors for President and Vice President of the United States of America from the state of Wisconsin. The elector defendants took the foregoing actions because they were told that it was necessary to preserve their electoral votes in the event a court challenge may later change the outcome of the election in Wisconsin. That document was then used as part of an attempt to improperly overturn the 2020 presidential election results. Right? So, that is the crime right there that they are acknowledging they committed. Moving on, ladies and gentlemen. All right, moving on. This is where it goes. The duly elected presidential electors for the state of Wisconsin for the 2020 presidential election were, and then you can read their names. And this is the real folks who actually were the duly elected ones, all right? And then they write, we hereby reaffirm that Joseph R. Biden Jr. won the 2020 presidential election and that we were not the duly elected presidential electors for the state of Wisconsin for the 2020 presidential election. Furthermore, we oppose any attempt to undermine the public's faith in the ultimate results of the 2020 presidential election. We hereby withdraw the documents we executed on December 14th, 2020, and request that they be disregarded by the public and all entities to which they were submitted. What is the date in that? Excellent question, Jay Bear. This letter is dated. Let's see. Oh my goodness. This letter is dated December 4th. You can go look it up. Law Forward. This is the name of the law firm, Law Forward, all right? You can go look this up, Jay Bear, all right? And so part of that is this. As part of the settlement, the elector defendants have also agreed to several restrictions. None of the electors/defendants will ever serve as a presidential elector or participate in the execution or transmission of electoral votes in any United States president election featuring Donald Trump. None will ever again engage in the execution or transmission of the documents claiming to be certificates of electoral votes for Wisconsin, unless duly certified under state law. All right, they have agreed to cooperate fully with the plaintiffs in this civil action, provided no further claims related to the 2020 election are brought against them. And finally, all of them have committed to not violating state or federal election laws in the future. All right. So with that being said, now, by the way, Two of Trump's attorneys from the campaign, they are also named as defendants in this litigation. And the claims against those two defendants, James R. Trupis and Kenneth Chesebro, those still remain ongoing in this case. All right, we're not letting Trump's allies off on this. All right, so ladies and gentlemen, join me in giving Donald Trump and his supporters a round of boos and shame once again, because they thought they could get away with election interference, all right, by yelling and shouting that it was happening to them, only to be once again found to be the ones committing the election interference, right? So let's give them their daily doses of boos and shame. All right, we're almost done. All right, we're almost done. All right, now, ladies and gentlemen, we've reached that dreaded moment in the show where, once again, we have to talk about what happened on January 6th, right? We got to talk about what happened on January 6th. Let's see. Here we go. Here we go. You know, it's very unfortunate that I have to cover this story. And this story is a little more disturbing, but we're going to cover it. Police chief turned yoga instructor insists that Ashley Babbitt is not dead before the January 6th judge locks him up for more than a decade. Let's talk about this. A former police chief in La Habra, California, who went on to become a yoga instructor and a convicted felon for his actions on January 6th, was sentenced Thursday to more than 11 years in prison, but not before he claimed that Ashley Babbitt isn't actually dead, even as Ashley Babbitt's mom looked on in the courtroom. You see, Alan Hostetter, unlike his 3%er DC Brigade co-defendants found guilty by a jury in November, was convicted of 4 charges after a July bench trial before senior U.S. District Judge Royce Lambert, a Ronald Reagan appointee. Those charges were for conspiring to obstruct an official proceeding, obstruction of an official proceeding, entering and remaining in a restricted building or grounds with a deadly or dangerous weapon, and disorderly conduct. Hostetter, 58, opted to represent himself at trial. In a late November sentencing memo filed by prosecutors, the government began by quoting what the defendant said on December 19th, 2020, revealing his clear intent to breach the Capitol and demand lawmakers, quote, fix this mess. That is the election outcome. Quote, choke that city off. Fill it with patriots. And then those people behind the walls of the Senate and House are going to be listening to us, chanting outside those walls. And they're going to realize we have one choice, Hostler said. We either fix this mess and keep America America, or we become traitors, and those 5 million people outside the walls are going to drag us out by our hair and tie us to a effing lamppost. That's their option. On January 6th, Hostetter had a hatchet and other weapons with him to participate in an attack that was clearly calculated to influence the conduct of the United States government and to disrupt the peaceful transfer of power. Hostetter and co-defendant Russell Taylor, who pleaded guilty to obstruction in April, used Hostetter's group, the American Phoenix Project, to organize, protest the election results, and to encourage violence. Hostetter, prosecutors said, saw pro-Donald Trump lawyers Sidney Powell and Lynn Wood as big names telling people to get angry, engage in civil disobedience, and to take it to the streets. All right? So, ladies and gentlemen, join me in giving Mr. Hofstadter what he deserves, a round of boos and shame. And you know what? Let's send him off the old-fashioned way, right? Because he wanted to go out, he wanted to do all he could to support Donald Trump, and now he's going to support Donald Trump the ultimate way. Goodbye, Mr. Hofstadter.
I'd like to begin by addressing the heinous attack on the United States Capitol. Like all Americans, I am outraged by the violence, lawlessness, and mayhem. I immediately deployed the National Guard and federal law enforcement to secure the building and expel the intruders. America is and must always be a nation of law and order. The demonstrators who infiltrated the Capitol have defiled the seat of American democracy. To those who engaged in the acts of violence and destruction, you do not represent our country. And to those who broke the law, you will pay.
You heard exactly what he said. You do not represent our country. You committed those heinous acts of violence. All right? And you will pay. All right? You want to be a superhero? Well, be a superhero in that prison that you're going to be in for 11 and a half years, Mr. Allen. You want to fight for Trump? Tell us how many times Donald Trump is going to come visit your behind. All right? You are nothing but a traitor. All right, and you know what, ladies and gentlemen, I was gonna wrap this up, but you know what? There's another twist to this story that I want to make sure we talk about, because a lot of these Trump supporters, they get mad when we talk about Ashley Babbitt. They bring up Ashley Babbitt as if somehow us covering what happened to her is bad. No, what we're doing is not bad. What you're doing is bad. What you're doing is a huge disservice to Ashley Babbitt and her mother. You all should be ashamed of yourself. It's sad I got to do this. So part of the story with this guy, Allen, is this. The mother of the late Capitol rioter, Ashley Babbitt, had some choice words for the convicted Capitol rioter, Alan Hofstadter, as he was sentenced to more than a decade in jail yesterday. Hofstadter spouted many wild conspiracy theories during his sentences. And these are conspiracy theories that I've heard in my own life. These are conspiracies I've heard you Trump supporters saying, all right, including claims that the January 6th attack on the Capitol was set up by the FBI. In fact, Hofstadter even went as far as to say that Ashley Babbitt's death, it was faked, which aroused the anger of Babbitt's mother, Mickey Withoff, who was in attendance. After Hofstadter was sentenced, Withoff confronted him for spouting falsehoods about her daughter. I assure you that she is dead, she said, according to sources. What is it you're trying to say? And you know what this guy says? Was she cremated? He shot back in a reply. You need help, she retorted. You know what, ladies and gentlemen? Let's give this guy and any Trump supporter out there another round of booze and shame. Because all these conspiracy theories are hurting the real victims of this terrible attack on January 6th, all right? So let's give them another round of booze and shame for this silly nonsense, right? Disgusting. All right, ladies and gentlemen, we went a little over, but it's time to open up these boxes and hear from those of you who are brave enough to get in the box and tell the truth. It's like my grandmother says, you wanna tell the truth and do what? Shame the devil. All right. So if you are allergic to the truth, ladies and gentlemen, you know what to do. You might want to exit this live. All right. Go hang out with those who like to spread lies and information. Listen to your leader.
If you're not happy here, then you can leave.
Right.
As far as I'm concerned, if you hate our country,
Okay.
if you're not happy here, you can leave. If you're not happy in the U.S., if you're complaining all the time, very simply, you can leave. You can leave right now.
Right.
Come back if you want. Don't come back. It's okay too. But if you're not happy, you can leave.
And I really do mean that. You Trump supporters, you're not victims. You are the harassers and the abusers. And until you apologize, there's going to be all kinds of pressure applied. That's just how this has to go until you really get to that place where you recognize you've been committing a lot of nasty, dangerous abuse on this country with your rhetoric, with your actions, and you need to take accountability. Until you do that, do not ask us to let up, especially as we continue to go into the 2024 election cycle to once again certify Biden as the president of the United States. All right, let's bring up our next, ladies and gentlemen. Cemento, nice to see you. Oh, good morning, Jonathan Harris. Welcome. How are you doing, champ?
Doing wonderful. It's Friday.
Happy
End
Friday
of the week.
To you. Hey, yes, sir. Happy Friday to you. Any plans? Hello?
Hopefully sit around the house and not do too much.
Okay. There's a lot of background noise going on.
Can you hear me, Zeus?
I can hear you, but there's a lot of background noise.
I'm just at work.
Oh. Okay. Well, what do you got for us?
Yeah. Hopefully I can reduce that background noise real quick.
Okay. Yeah. There's a lot going on, champ.
Am I better now?
Yes. That's way better. Thank you. Well, I hear. Okay.
I just wanted to come on and say that, by no means am I lactose intolerant. I feel sorry for those whom are.
Okay,
and
I respect that.
I'm pretty sure you grew up through the 90s, the same as I did.
Absolutely.
Even if you weren't a fan of it, I'm sure you were exposed to Saturday Night Live.
Absolutely.
And you probably know the skit that I'm talking about. Guys,
wait a second. I lost you. Where did you go, Harris?
Don't tell me I'm falling into the MAGA Wi-Fi now.
You are, but it could be TikTok. I don't know though, but I can barely make out what you're saying.
I'll make it short. I got a fever, and the only prescription is more justice from Jack Smith. That's the only thing gonna make me better.
All right, and it's coming. Trust me, it is coming. Okay, well, listen, there's a lot going on, champ. We're going to have to move it on, my good friend Jonathan.
Everybody be good out there, and MAGA, I'm sorry for what's coming.
Well, fair enough. All right, my good friend Jonathan, ladies and gentlemen. I wish I could have heard him a lot longer, ladies and gentlemen, but there's a lot of noise going on, all right? But he did deliver the truth. Listen, MAGA, justice is coming, whether you like it or not, and we're not going to feel sorry for you. once Donald Trump and all of the people who are helping him end up in prison. None of us will. All right. All right, ladies and gentlemen, let's bring up our next panelist. Good morning, Venus. How are you doing?
Hey, Zeus.
Hey, how are you? All right, Yazzie. Good morning, Venus. How are you doing?
I'm good. I'm good. I'm good.
All right. What do you got for us this bright and early morning?
Well, I just want to let everybody know.
Beautiful, looking real beautiful.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. I just want to let everybody know that karma is coming.
Oh, really? And what do you mean when you say karma is coming? Because a lot of people might think you're just saying things, right? You know, you want to make sure that you put an address on it.
Well, I know her personally.
Oh.
Yeah. Me and her go back way back to 1984 on Diablo Drive.
Who is this? If
Me
you don't
and
mind.
Karma.
Oh, you and Karma. Hey. Woo!
I know her personally.
Okay.
See, Trump keeps digging that grave deeper and deeper and deeper.
Right.
And he has no experience.
Oh. Bingo. So how do you see this all playing out, Venus?
Oh, he's going down. He's going to lose everything. He's going to prison. And he's going to learn the hard way what life is like on the other side. He's going to get that experience. He may not like it. Yeah. But who cares?
Yeah.
He did it. Remember when he said, I will go to prison for you? Here you go.
Oh.
Chance to prove it.
Be careful what you ask for, right?
You just might get it. Oh my gosh.
What about some people who say that? Don't you think it's a little interesting that he has so many charges? It's like really 91? Don't that make it seem just as ridiculous?
He did it. He did it all. And he's going after E. Jean Carroll. Okay, but what about Stormy Daniels?
He did nasty things to her. Oh, thank you, Yazzie. He did nasty things to Stormy.
You know what? I don't feel sorry for him at all. Really? Not at all. In fact, I think they need to make a celebrity in prison reality TV series. Can they make it?
Would you watch a Celebrity Apprentice edition of Donald Trump if it was done with him in prison? Would you watch it?
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. SNL will get all the material they need forever.
Yeah, forever, right? As long as we know he's behind those in the jail cell somewhere, we're all gonna be happy, right?
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
Tell him. Oh my God.
That's my time. Thank you. I love y'all.
All right, love you too. All right, Venus, ladies and gentlemen, let's give the beautiful Venus a round of applause.
He's gone in jail.
He's definitely
from the other side.
yeah, he's going. And what would you say to our friend Snuggles, who loves to believe that?
Oh, Snuggles?
Yeah.
Get a grip, dude. Grow up.
Okay, fair enough. All right, Venus. Thank you so much. All right, ladies and gentlemen.
See y'all later. Bye.
All right, let's give her a round of applause. All right. Thank you so much. Listen, Yazzie, you twisted my arm. You know you can. All right. Good morning, the beautiful Yazzie. Welcome and thank you so much. Thank you for sharing those subscriptions out, Yazzie. You didn't have to do that. All right.
I didn't. It's a Christmas season, and I have a cold. I'm sorry.
Oh.
But I just wanted to say I gifted you guys some. I couldn't find some on my list. There was other people I wanted to give, but it only lets me choose like so many people. And like I couldn't, like Takesha, I tried to find you, and I tried to find a couple of other people. I just wanted to give quite a few subscriptions to you guys, just so you guys can be, Zeus doesn't require us to have these subscriptions. We all can be here and show in the fun and in the joy of what we are doing. I just wanted to give you guys just a little extra what we the little extra options we get to have. So
Awesome.
if I didn't choose you this time, it's because it doesn't show up on, like Rio. I tried to choose you, Rio, but I could not find you on my list
Uh-oh.
because you're a faithful user. I would love to give you guys all, I am blessed beyond means. So
Mm.
if I can find you on my list, I will give you one, but it's
Wow.
only letting me choose so many people. But I just want to give for the holiday season, and everybody enjoys your life so much. And I reflected over this week, and I thought, oh my gosh, well, I can gift those things too. So I just
Wow.
want you guys to have a lovely, it only lets me do it for a month, but I will, if
Wow.
you guys enjoy it, I'll continue it too. I
Well,
just
listen.
want you guys to participate. And, I know Zeus doesn't require it, but it's still so fun to add those extra shames and add those extra icons. It makes it just fun. So that's it.
Oh my God! Listen, yes, you always find a way to make me blush. I don't know
Oh.
how you do it, but thank you, all right, for all that you do. You don't have to, but you do it, and I appreciate you. All right.
Well, we appreciate what you do in the kingdom. Oh my God, it is such hard work that you do to bring the truth.
Hey,
These
I'm gonna add another H. I was saying to
okay.
someone, I said maybe I need to go to like 5 H's, right? Hardworking
Oh
and
my. Can you guys just tell them how to use your subscription stuff? So if you guys, when you hit the comment section, you just go to the star, and then they will come up, all the
oh,
icons that we all use. I just wanted to give a quick tutorial so that, they can start using those cool little icons that we all get to use. And
Nutty
and
is
that was it.
Yazzie.
Yeah.
Nutty is being nutty. He's out there hating on Zeus. Could you please share some of those kind words you've been sharing with me
Oh,
with
but you know
Nutty?
what? But Natty, you can't hate on the king of the kingdom. He is so handsome. He's so humble. He's so honest. He's so hardworking. I mean,
Hmm.
this show is a lot. There you go. There you go.
Thank
I
you.
see you guys showing those. So I will choose you guys, and I know some
Wow,
of you are fixed
laugh.
incomes. If I can, I will do my best to just gift it to you guys because I want you guys to just participate, and not that you need to. I know you do not
Oh,
need to.
sorry. Oh my.
Okay. Oh my
Thank you.
gosh.
That's a
No,
loud
no.
bell.
But that was it. Thank you for letting me come up. I
All
just
right.
want to tell you that's why I did it. So if you see random, you know, it's just a gift I just want to give you. I don't actually need a thank you. Let's just support Zeus because this takes work, and it I know we don't think it costs money, but it costs his time. It costs his money. He can't do other things because he is trying to create content for us on this live. So I just want you guys to know that even though he doesn't require payment, I want to keep supporting his career and keeping
Oh,
him up on this platform for us. So
all right.
that's it. If I can see you, if I can choose you, you will get a membership. But
Wow.
unfortunately, it only lets me choose like certain, which is weird. But that was
Yeah.
it. If you see it, it's just a gift. I hope you guys enjoy it. Have fun with it. I love you guys all. Keep supporting the kingdom. Keep Zeus here giving us all this great quality content. And I am
Mm.
here for you guys.
All
So
right.
really quick, where's Cece? I haven't seen her for a
Uh,
while, but I have
I
Mega.
Well, have you? I think she's okay. If you find out anything, please let Zeus
I
know.
don't
All
know.
right.
I don't know. I don't know. Sometimes, I have MAGA Wi-Fi and I was out in the
Oh.
field.
Oh.
And
Okay.
so I couldn't even log on at all. And so I'm like, I could hear you for a little bit and then it go away. So, but now I'm in my home.
Yes. Please,
So
please go
that's
check up on our good friend Cece. All right. I miss
make
her
sure she's
very dearly. Yes.
yeah, she's a good one. But that was it. So if you guys get it, and I'm just here to support you guys being part of. You're here every single day with Zeus, and you guys are supporting our kingdom, and he is the king of our kingdom. And
Wow.
don't forget, he is the most handsome. So let's just keep those likes up, everybody. Keep sharing it with your friends, even if you can't subscribe. Keep sharing it with your friends. We
Mm.
need to do this because this is great content, and he's telling the truth. And Seti, you can afford your own membership. I love you.
Oh, oh my God. Oh my God. All right. Well, listen, Yazzie,
Okay, okay.
I
Thank
thank
you.
you. And you're
I'm gonna.
always welcome to come in the box and do what you do. All right. I
Okay. Thank
appreciate
you
it.
so much. Have a great day, everybody. Love you all.
All right. Love you as well. Ladies and gentlemen. And feel better too, Yazzie. I know you said you have a cold. Oh, let's give the beautiful Yazzie a round of applause. Yeah, Yazzie, you do raise a good point. This app does show you kind of like the bulk of your audience and what part of the whatever you enter is as your data. if you do not have the capacity to send gifts or subscribe, it doesn't matter. Your voice is more important, and I believe as long as you're here getting a dose of this truth and sharing it out, that's more than enough to keep me going. All right, so let's all give yourself. You all deserve a round of applause. Go ahead, give yourself a round of applause. And it's not just me; it's the panelists that come up here. As much as I don't mind, doing the first part and just kind of carrying it on. These folks that join the box and talk to me, what they do is they challenge me to go further and further so that I get better at what I do. All right, and so I hope you all do enjoy it, and I do hope you enjoy all the panelists that come up religiously, just like myself. All right, it really does take a team, and I know for sure I'm not the only person that's working every day, every night to do this. All right, and let's move on to our next topic. All right, ladies and gentlemen, another heavy hitter, the beautiful Shay. All right, Gina, I see you. Good morning, Shay. Nice to see you. Are you there, Shay? Good morning. Shay, are you there? Hello, Shay. Moving on. I guess Shay is Shay's busy. All right, we're gonna move on to another associate of ours, our good friend Shay. Shay, send another guest request. I bet you stepped away to get some coffee or something. Oh, runny nose. All right. All right. Good morning, my brother Nutty. How are you doing?
See, I love Yazzie, but sometimes Yazzie she's been milking those cows way
I see
too
you
long.
said.
Keep going. She's been out there baling hay way too much.
Oh.
See, that's why she.
Wait.
Yeah, I love you, my friend. Love you. Brother.
You cannot. Yazzie is off limits, Nutty. You can talk about Zeus. Don't you dare.
Oh, you know I'm going to talk about you. You know I'm going to talk about you. Listen, I got a public service well, not a PSA, but the MAGA demons, they are really out there being stirred.
Really?
On yesterday, a MAGA demon went and tried to douse the birthplace and the childhood home of Dr. Martin Luther King Jr.
Yes, this is true. We talked about that earlier today, my good friend.
And I'm like this. You have that much hate in your heart that you would take it within yourself to go and try to destroy a historical landmark for someone who has given so much to this country and is part of the American fabric of our history. You have that much hate in your heart. This should show you how bad your party is. Right. MAGA demons, not you, Zeus. Obviously not you.
Right.
And with that being said, let's talk about the Speaker of the House.
Uh-oh. The one that God supposedly appointed?
Yeah. I truly hope the Justice Department looks at him and the statements that he made on live television about blurring out the faces of the people of January 6th.
Right.
Because that's tampering with evidence right there.
Really?
Now, I'm not a lawyer. I just teach constitutional law. So I could be wrong. So I'm going to consult with the professionals.
Okay.
Like Barrister.
Okay.
Everybody knows Barrister is a lawyer, and he's very proficient.
Has Barrister weighed in on this yet? I haven't checked in with him.
You know what? I spoke to him this morning, but I didn't ask him. I didn't ask him specifically on that, but I am definitely going to ask him. But that just seems like you're tampering with evidence now.
Yeah.
And he said it. He said it on live television. Like,
what do they got to hide? That's the question. Why would you blur the faces of these folks?
But wait. Why would you want to blur faces of BLM members and Antifa? Or FBI plants?
Yeah.
Because they are saying that it was BLM, it was Antifa, and it was FBI plants that were out there.
That's what I've heard.
So why would you want to blur those faces out? The fact that he said he needs to blur those faces out should show you Magites that it was them It wasn't Antifa and it wasn't FBI plants because they would want us to go to jail.
Right.
And I say us because I am Antifa.
Mm.
And I am BLM because I'm a black as they get.
Oh Lord.
But I'm still fine because the blacker the berry.
Oh, time's up, Nutty. See, you getting on that nutty
Sweet
stuff.
juice.
No. That's not how it goes. That's not how it goes. Not when you.
How does it go then? How does it go, brother?
The blacker the berry, it gets a little scary. That's for you, though. Okay.
You know what? Honestly, I hadn't heard that. I hadn't heard it that way. That's funny.
Okay. Yeah. Add that to your Rolodex. All right. Check
Yeah,
it.
I'm gonna add it. But listen, my bell. Have a wonderful weekend. And Yazzie, I hope you feel better, my dear. Just cleanse your palate of all the lies you told this morning. Cleanse the palate. Cleanse
Wait.
the palate.
What was that? Throw the tomatoes at Nutty, please. Bro, he's crossing all kind of lines. Nutty, are you okay?
Listen, my friends. Listen, love you guys. Have a great weekend, Zeus.
All right. Ladies and gentlemen, let's I don't know what to do with Nutty. I mean, again, he takes the Nutty side and then the professor side and he merges them into one personality, and I just don't quite know what to do with it. But you know, it's coming from a good place, so I guess we should give him a round of applause. Oh my gosh, good morning, all of you. I'm so sorry if I don't say hi to you. Okay, Shay is back. All right.
Hey, sorry about that. I did step away from my phone for a second.
I figured that. It's not like you to not respond that quickly, so I said, oh, she must be doing something. How are you doing this morning?
I'm good. How's everyone else?
We're doing all right. We're cruising out today, about to land the plane, so to speak, because, you know, we've accomplished a lot this week, wouldn't you say?
Oh, absolutely. So, more truth is being exposed that Biden won the election, you know?
Yeah.
We got the Nevada 6 that have been indicted. Fake electors. Wisconsin electors said, okay.
Wow. Yeah, what do you think about that?
Huh?
What do you think about those Wisconsin fake electors having to issue a statement basically admitting they committed a crime and then, you know, confirming Biden was really the winner?
Well, yeah, I mean, you're going to do that or you're going to go to prison. So I think that, I'd be confessing. That's what's going to happen in all the RICO charges. And, you know, Pence now is on the witness list in the Georgia case. So Pence is going to be testifying against his old boss.
Right.
And then, of course, we got Mark Meadows who took immunity, and we got, you know, Jenna Ellis and Cheeseborough and what's her face, Sidney Powell, the Kraken, all flipping.
Yeah.
Fessin. And so I don't know how you guys think you're winning this thing. And there's a couple of newer MAGA creators that have come across in their lives, and they're just spewing all. And one of them this morning, his name's Justin, was just like, oh yeah, they're gonna be just shocked by the number of MAGA votes that are gonna come in, and they're just overwhelmed by the amount of MAGA votes. And I'm like, wow, you guys are really delusional. I mean, he only has 70% of the Republican support. He's down 35% overall of approval ratings for what Americans want. And it just, I don't know why you're so delusional, let alone do I understand why you would still want to support this man.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, I sit here and I go, okay, so again, that speech he made on January 6th when he was forced to come out and say, you know, we love you, we understand you're upset. Well, before he did all that, he literally said that you were violent. He says violence.
Bingo.
He says violence in his speech. He doesn't say, you know, I know you guys were really peaceful and you just milled around and you just looked at a few things, you know. He doesn't.
Has he paid any of their bail or any of their court fees? You know.
No, and he didn't pardon them before he left on January 20th.
Wow, think about that.
He didn't do any of it. He came out and called them violent, called them criminals, called them un-American, called them traitors. Yeah, that's them, and they want to sit here and still think he's the greatest thing since sliced bread when he admits and told you that this is what you've done, and that's it. And Nutty makes an excellent point.
Don't say.
Why are you going to blur the faces of BLM, Antifa, and Nancy Pelosi? Like, why are you going to blur their faces? If they're the ones that set it all up, and it was an inside job. Why are you going to blur the faces of the FBI and the federal agents? And you know, why would you blur their? I'm so confused. I mean, seriously,
you can't. They can't have it both ways, and
you
it's
can't have it both ways.
Yeah.
You can't have it. Yeah. I just and thank God that woman didn't succeed in burning down MLK's childhood home. I've actually been there.
Yeah. Oh, really?
Yeah, I highly recommend anyone go to Atlanta. The Civil Rights Museum is there, of course. And what I really loved about, I'll take 2 seconds to, what I really loved about that trip that I made, you get to see, like, you walk down the street and you see his childhood home, which is really, really cool, by the way. You get to see the room he was born in and things like that.
Wow.
And then you walk up the street and go left and you go to the Ebenezer Baptist Church where his dad was a preacher and he was a preacher, of course.
Wow.
And then you go across the big street and that's the MLK, that's the Civil Rights Museum, and that is where he and Coretta are buried.
Right.
You get to see his tombs,
Wow.
their tombs. And anyway, it's an amazing day to take that time and get to see all of that. Yeah. Right. I enjoyed the tour as well, Coop. So
Wow.
I'm
So
so
you would
glad that
so you would recommend folks, go check it out, is what you're saying.
Absolutely. Go to Atlanta and see that. And then next time I go, of course, I'm going to go pay respects to John Lewis because he's buried in the cemetery there in Atlanta. So I would definitely swing through and do that. But so it's it's very educational. It's very moving, and just to kind of really see it was a sort of affluent black area where he grew up. And so they had the old black barbershops, black businesses all around him. So yeah, it was really neat to see that and just kind of get a visual of it all. So anyway, I thought it was neat. But that's it, guys. So keep it up, MAGA. You're losing badly. My goodness. Yeah,
All right.
Absolutely. The writing's on the wall.
Oh, it clearly is.
Just
It
wait
really-
till March. Holy man.
It's coming. It's coming. Real. Tell them, Shay. Tell them, Shay.
It's coming. It's coming. So
right.
anyway. All right. Y'all have an awesome day. Love you guys.
All right, and have a great weekend, Shay. All right, stay
You
safe out
too.
here in these
Have a-
TikTok streets. All right.
Yes, you do the same. I'm sure I'll see you around them.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, let's give it up to Shay, the beautiful Shay. No lies detected. All right.
Go. Love you.
Love you as well. There's a lot of dissension in the comment section. I see it. All right, we have a MAGA demon alert going on. And you know what I say about my platform, right?
If you're not happy here, then you can leave.
Right. And so listen, the reason we don't have folks coming in the box arguing with us, especially Trump supporters, because the truth level's at 110% right now, right? And so we don't want to get folks up in here polluting the airwaves with their lies and their nonsense, because you know what it's like talking to the Trump supporters, It's like a conversation, that's just not going anywhere. You ever had one of those conversations, ladies and gentlemen, with someone and you could just tell, this is a waste of my time, we're not going anywhere? And I said, that's exactly what it's like talking to a Trump supporter. And I said, what does that remind me of? And I said, oh yeah, it reminds me of one of those cars. You ever heard one of those cars, ladies and gentlemen, and you could just tell that this car wasn't going anywhere? It sounds like this, right? Hey! Yo, baby daddy, cut it out, turn it off, yo, baby daddy. Turn it off. That car sounds terrible. That engine, oh my God, when was the last time that thing had a tune-up? Oh, you know, spark plugs, distributor caps, and rotors and things like that. That car sounds like it's in bad shape. I'm not getting in that thing with you. All right, listen, I know it got air conditioning and power windows and power door locks. But listen up, champ. That's standard on all models these days, all right? That car sounds like it needs the hands of God placed on it, all right? And just like that, yo baby daddy, your mind sounds like it needs the hands of God placed on it, right? And that MAGA demon that's raging through you right now, it needs to be cast out. All right, you in terrible shape, champ. You know what you can do, your baby daddy, since you came in here? You need to do this one thing, and I tell every single one of you Trump supporters to do it. You need to sit your special behind down and listen to this special broadcast, right? You need to listen to this special broadcast, champ. All right. He said, welcome, champ. How are you doing this morning? Good morning, brother. All right, I'm all right. This is another day in the kingdom, huh?
Thank you so much for bringing me up. I appreciate that.
All right, no problem. You're welcome. Thank you for being so polite on a Friday. I mean, you could be doing a lot of things.
No worries. And I want to co-sign what Shay said. I used to live in Atlanta for about 37 years. And it's almost like a religious experience going there, man, to the church, to Ebenezer, to the King Center, and of course to his birth home. And don't forget, people, the Reverend Warnock is also the senior pastor at
Oh, really?
Yes, he is.
Wow.
Absolutely, my brother. But anyway.
Why do you think they wanted to burn it down? Oh, go for it.
Well, the house, man, I tell you what, Atlanta, what people don't realize, Atlanta is a well-run city. It's a beautiful city. But the city of Atlanta is only about 400,000 people, right? The metro area for Atlanta is like 6 or 7 million.
Jesus Christ.
So everybody commutes into the city and then leaves. And a lot of these racist people live in those suburbs. And so you're going to have a lot of that. It's been happening. They even said that with the Atlanta child murders, that they didn't think that Wayne Williams unalived all those kids. They said there's no way they could have done it. And then what they did was they blamed him for 2 or 3 of them. And they just closed the cases on all of them. So that's what the city of Atlanta, it's always had that issue. Atlanta, if it wasn't for Atlanta, I wouldn't have been in Georgia. No doubt about it. Because in the suburbs, in Rome, where Marjorie Taylor Greene and where she's at, it's straight racist, brother.
Wow.
It's no doubt.
Wow.
But it's beautiful.
Keep up the good
Guys,
fight.
I would recommend, Shay was right. You need to go and check it out. I'm telling you, when you go inside, you can go inside the church and sit and say, oh my gosh, Martin Luther King was in this church preaching. It's just a great experience, man. It's wonderful. And by the way, the reason why I came up, tell my girl Yazzie, I love you, and I think that was wrong of you to say I got the money. I don't have any money, Yazzie. I don't.
Off limits,
and I'm gonna give you the benefit of the doubt. I know you're sick. I know you don't feel good. I'm gonna let you go on that.
Wow.
I love her, man. She's wonderful, isn't she?
Yeah. Oh, she's amazing, right? Listen. Very special, beautiful person, beautiful soul, inside and out. I mean, you don't run across folks like Yazzie often in life.
You really don't.
I've been living a long time. Never have in my life ran across someone
She's a wonderful person, man.
Yes.
And in closing, my brother, I know I need to go.
Well, you still got about a good minute.
Okay, good. Ashley Babbitt's mom, it's real rich for her to say something about this guy. When she's so far down the Q hole, it's unbelievable. Yeah, he said, see the thing about, you see how that works? When you start talking about someone that they care about, then they want to come back and say, oh, you're crazy.
Right.
Dig what I'm saying?
The hypocrisy.
But all along, it's just a hypocrisy of the thing. So she just really, crazy. It's just crazy town with all these MAGA supporters. It's unbelievable.
Yeah.
I just don't get it.
But this is what Donald Trump meant when he said, you will pay. This is it right here. It's happening right in front of them. They're turning on each other, right? They're being revealed to be hypocrites. All right, and justice is being served.
And so here's what the deal. In closing, I would like for you the next time you come up your live, I want you to kind of hide your face so that they won't come after you.
Who? Who won't come after Zeus?
The Department of Justice.
No.
Were you?
You know what?
That's not the craziest thing, my brother. That shit's crazy. Excuse me,
God.
that is just crazy. It's insane.
That's what
How do you do that?
That's what they believe, right? I don't
know why. Can I ask you one last thing? Does the Department of Justice already have that video?
Most likely. I'm pretty certain that they do, but
that makes no sense.
They know what they're doing to their constituents. As long as they can keep them believing in that conspiracy, they're going to make money off of them. Greetings, Swerve.
That's right. Zeus, have a great weekend, man. I hope to see you on the Union game tonight if you're not partying out with your loved ones, but it'll be good to see you. And everybody, y'all help out my boy Zeus here. He's a wonderful host, and he's doing God's work. Absolutely.
All
y'all
right.
Be good.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, let's give it up to Said Said. No lies detected. This is what we do, ladies and gentlemen. We religiously get up each and every single morning, Monday through Friday.
You can take me down if you want.
All right, we get up each and every Friday, Monday through Sunday, and tell the truth. And shame the devil. All right. Greetings. Oh my goodness, Little Hawk, you came in the box. Normally you don't come up, my good friend. How's it going out there?
It's going good, Zeus. It's going good. Good morning, everybody in the kingdom.
Good morning. You at work or you off today?
I'm off today. I got Fridays off.
Nice.
Hey, check it out. So I've been up like early because I get up early, and I went into a live today, and I heard some real disturbing stuff. That MAGA. I don't know if it was. I think it was the guy that we had the conversation with. What's his name? When I was at work. Remember, I was at work and the racist dude came up on there.
The what's his name? The one that we had in the box that one day.
Yeah. Tacky made another video of that dude talking about you and T. So
I feel like Firecracker. I believe that's him.
Yeah,
is that the one?
Cracker or whatever his name is, right? So his son come up and I think it was his son in T's live today, early this morning. He got T's live taken down too as well. But this dude, he went crazy. This dude talking about he was gonna kill everybody. He like, I'm killing all the Spanish people. I'm killing Joe Biden.
Union gang. Oh, keep going.
I'm killing everybody. This dude was like off the hands. He was off the chains, dude. It was like I don't know what's going on with these MAGA people, dude, but they are on
to the people. They, to me, I think it's going to get worse because I've been saying it. Once that ball drops, Little Hawk, are you ready? Because what we're seeing now is just the tip of the iceberg. These folks are about to become unglued.
Yeah, they're gonna do something really drastic, And I was listening to a live with Swervin was in there yesterday, and he was telling one lady that not to fear because they're gonna put themselves out there, which they are doing that. But at the same time, she's in a rural area somewhere. I don't know what she was at, but I'm like, these people, I think they're gonna try to do a civil war. Like real talk, dude. It's like I'm hearing so much of this stuff on this TikTok that it's unbelievable. Like you have no idea the stuff that you hear on this TikTok from MAGA, the dirtbags.
Have you heard Democrats planning a civil war of some sort?
Man, no. If I did, I would not follow them. If I did, I would not follow them. But this is getting out of hand, bro. It's like really getting out of hand. And I'm sorry to say this, but we need to do something about this, bro. I mean, they want us to come together, but then at the same time, they're talking about, killing everybody. That's not MAGA.
That's a sad thing. I hope no one's doing that. But yeah,
this guy. But I think, like I said, I think it was the Firecracker, whatever his name. I think that was his son.
His son.
That was Yeah, that was my time. So I'm just giving y'all a heads up, man. Y'all stay aware. Be
We're
aware.
vigilant. I'm always vigilant, little
Yeah.
Rock. That's why I move the way I do out here on these. Yeah, because you know what we're doing is a bit on the dangerous side, right?
Yeah, for
It is,
sure.
but
for
we're
sure.
gonna keep giving the truth out, no matter how much they try to stop us. It's not gonna stop MAGA. I want them to. I want to see them really lose it. I'm ready for.
No, you don't, Zeus. Don't see that. Don't.
No. Because
I don't want to see that, because if they lose it, they're gonna go into violence when they do lose it. So I want them to stay. No, I don't.
Well, hopefully these conversations will stop them from losing it that far. But I'm talking about on this app. I want to see them lose it. Yeah, I want them to understand Donald Trump is going to prison, and I want to really see what they look like when they embrace that. So sorry.
Yeah.
I might sound cold-hearted by saying that, but that's what this is about. Yeah. Watching their leader go to prison and watching all of these so-called content creators unplug. Yeah. And I'm aware that the DOJ has staffed up, and they're waiting too. They're emptying out prison cells all over this country, waiting for Trump supporters. They are.
I hope so.
Oh,
I
yeah.
really hope so.
You know what happens when the law starts to come for you, right? It sounds like this. Huh? Hear that? A bite out of crime. You remember that when you was a kid, Mr. McGruff? Yeah, we taking a bite out of crime with MAGA. Y'all don't listen. Like Biden said, you want to take this country over, you're gonna need some F-15s. You're gonna need some tanks. And most of these folks, they ain't in shape. They sitting in a McDonald's drive-thru right now, if you ask me, and I probably ruined their breakfast this morning. All right, these folks, ask them to run a mile. Ask them run a mile. How fast you do it? Couldn't do it. How much can you bench press? Shoot, I haven't bench pressed in a while. Well, what you gonna do? It ain't gonna happen. It ain't gonna happen. Trust me.
Okay. All right. Nice to see you, Zeus, man.
All right, you too, bro.
Have a great weekend, bro. Take care.
All right, you too. All right, ladies and
And
gentlemen.
stay safe in the kingdom.
I will, and I will. Ladies and gentlemen, let's get to the Let's give them a round of applause. Listen, all right, all right, I will. This is what I'm saying, ladies and gentlemen. These folks, MAGA, you got. I've been talking to a lot of these Trump supporters long enough, and there are certain folks that are real crazy, and I would argue a majority of those folks, they ain't on TikTok. They out there under the DOJ's supervision, waiting for the DOJ's waiting for them. These folks on TikTok, if they really want to be famous, then they also are aware that these same individuals that left a digital footprint, like those J6ers did, they're only setting themselves up for failure at the end of the day, okay? Because the internet, you know how this goes. They're going to get you. They're going to go through your social media feed. They're going to read all your DMs. They're going to look at your Facebook, your X profiles, and the case is already done. And by the time you get there, this is the beautiful part. It's like what they're doing with Donald Trump. It's your own words. It's your evidence you created that's going to send you to prison. It's going to be an open and shut case because you're going to have a jury and they're going to look at everything you've posted online, all the things you said that you thought no one saw. They're going to listen. They're going to have all your so-called friends. You know, you got these people on TikTok. You think they are your friends. But when the DOJ comes knocking on the door, oh, they're not your friends. They flip. They flip like little flippers, right? Where's my little flipper sound? Yeah, because nobody wants to go to jail for nobody. All right, now listen. All right, we're around that corner. All right. Good morning. Your baby daddy, what brings you to the kingdom this bright and early? You clearly are thirsty for the truth, correct?
Good morning, Zeus. How are you, kind sir?
I'm all right. You're clearly thirsty for the truth.
Well, I wouldn't say thirsty. I would say more hungry, if you will.
Oh, well,
you know what I mean? So my question to you, here goes two questions for you, Zeus. Number one.
Ask away.
Which trial do you think will put Donald Trump in prison before the election?
Well, here's the thing. I don't necessarily believe.
Just give me which one, please. Please. Just let's not.
Wait a second.
Which of the four cases will put Trump in jail? Let's keep it very simple.
Listen to what I'm saying.
Oh no!
Right?
Here we go.
All right, your mind is moving 100 miles an hour. All right.
What?
The first trial is
Remind-
the one about January 6th. That trial
Mhm.
is expected to last 3 months or more. So do the math. Start in March. What's 3 months from March?
Gotcha.
Right?
So-
And then after that, once the conviction happens, then it's sentencing. And that could happen at the end of the year. So
Gotcha.
okay, so I'm not confident that he will be in prison before the election, but I am confident we will have a conviction. All right?
Gotcha.
So you and Snuggles got to stop this jumping the gun and putting the cart before the horse
Well,
business, all right?
this isn't me and Snuggles, as much as I enjoy my boy Snuggles. But
okay, this is your own independent thoughts.
Your own party. People on CNN, that the Mr. Wu, the guy that's on CNN, he's even saying now the odds of a trial even starting before the election are looking less and less likely.
Right.
So
well, a lot of people have said a lot of things, and I'm not gonna say that what that guy said he didn't say it, but I do know a lot of people have been wrong about this entire thing. A lot of people, if you don't remember, they said it seemed impossible for a former president to get indicted. Remember those days?
No, I don't. I could see that, but I knew that the Biden DOJ, if Trump announced that he was going to run or knew that he was going to announce, they were going to pounce.
But why would? Well, you do know. So, and for people who believe that, you do know that the investigations that are going on, some of them started before he even announced, right?
I understand.
Like the classified documents case that started before Trump announced.
100%.
Do
you think it's weird that all the indictments came after he announced? Do you think there's anything weird about that? No, not at all.
No. Why do you think it's weird? I'm curious because I don't want to assume
Because I
anything.
honestly believe if Trump said I'm not running again, the Biden DOJ wouldn't even went down that road because it would be pointless. Why piss off half the country? You know what I mean? So it is what it is.
I mean, that's fair enough for you to believe that. I actually think that a lot of these cases, it just takes a while for the case to get ripe enough for them to actually be able to proceed with prosecuting. And so, that, to me, especially if you've kind of experienced this before, a lot of this stuff doesn't happen as fast as you think it should, especially when you got to interview witnesses, you got to get the procedures in order, you got to go through the procedures it takes to actually access certain types of evidence and things like that. A lot of this stuff just takes time.
Can I ask you one more quick question?
Yes, sir.
Why don't you have more opposition up here? When I go live, I have mostly Democrats up in my broadcast. Why is that? Why do you think that is?
Well, what's interesting is you've done something a lot of the folks on your side don't know how to do, which is to get in the box and simply follow the format of the show. If more folks would be respectful and follow the show format, I think we could actually engage in more of these kind of conversations. That's all. And as you can tell, I invited you in the box, so it's not like I don't have opposition.
I'm with you, but you have a huge platform and you have a nice following, and I think you could utilize it better, not calling MAGA demons. And I think you should prepare your people that there's a lot of red flags for Biden in 2024. I'm a hardcore Republican. And in May and June of 2020, I said Trump was going to lose. Why? Because the economy. And I think you guys should start preparing that there is a very good chance, let's just say it's 50-50, that Trump wins. You saying that all MAGA is demons, that's not going to help anything throughout the next 11 months. That's just my opinion, but I appreciate your time. I know my alarm went off.
Well, I appreciate that feedback, but let me say this. As far as I'm concerned, all MAGA are demons. All right.
I mean, but Zeus, that's not helping. That's you have a nice.
It actually is.
It might help with your views. It might help rile up your thing.
No. See, you got. I gotta explain something to you.
Go ahead.
All right, and this is how this works. When we and not just me, demons is just one term, but there's a lot of different terms, right, to describe the conduct. It's very important, and listen to me clearly. When you're trying to get folks to recognize there's a serious problem, you have to call it for what it is, right? If it's a foul, you got to call foul, right? That's how this works. That way you get people's attention and make them think about what it is that they've done. And so when I use the term demons, it's nothing to joke around with. It's really serious. There is something going on where folks will worship a person like Donald Trump,
Mhm.
even and they do it in a religious way. And if you go look at a lot of the data out there, this is definitely the situation going on with a lot of Trump supporters. Maybe not you yourself. Maybe it sounds like you're not that deep in the MAGA cult, but you know there's a lot of folks who really are, right?
No, I'm with you, but I think there's extreme people on both sides. You know what
Well,
I mean?
I've heard that argument before, and we can get into that possibly in the closet of truth. All right, my good friend.
Zeus, I appreciate you, bro.
All right. All
Good luck.
right, ladies and gentlemen, let's give your baby daddy. He gets a round of applause, right? All right. I mean, he was respectful. All right, and so that's an example, ladies and gentlemen, of how you have a conversation with opposition. All right. I mean, I don't agree with what he says. I don't agree with his politics. But if you come into my live and you conduct yourself in a respectful manner, I will actually engage in the conversation. All right. All right. Good morning, Sister Keisha. How are you doing?
Zeus, we are not clapping for the opposition.
Mm.
We're not.
We're not clapping for them.
We are not clapping for the ops.
Listen, he.
Again, I don't care if he was more respectful than a prisoner in the courtroom. We are not clapping for the ops when the ops set up and talked lies about us. Okay.
Listen, I was not clapping for the op. I was giving him.
Don't give a round of applause for nothing. That's the op. The reason we don't have them in our boxes because we're not going to continue to spread lies from the truth.
Oh my! Well, you know what? It's your show. Go ahead, Keisha.
It's not my show. I'm just saying.
No. Wait a second. I gotta say this. If I talk to somebody that's on the right, that's a exercise of us expanding our kung fu. We can't get better if we keep talking to ourselves. Wouldn't you agree, Takesha?
Mr. Miyagi is already preparing us in the kung fu class. We good.
I love you all very dearly. I really do, and I do welcome all kinds of feedback. But there's one thing he said that I must agree with. We really do have to get to a point where we can have healthy dialogue with folks that we necessarily don't agree with. Because if you don't, I do recognize that you're going to show folks that you're just one-sided. And I don't think you're one-sided, Takesha. I really don't.
At the moment, I am one-sided. I'm doing
Jesus Christ.
I'm sorry. I'm one-sided. Listen.
Well, you gotta be ambidextrous. All right.
Okay, but anyway, listen. First of all, let me say thank you, Yazzie, for wanting to give me a subscription. She is the sweetest person.
Yazzie is great.
I've ever met in my life. She is a giver, and she just loves to give, and I just really love that about her. I hope she feels better.
Yeah, she said she's not feeling too well, right?
Yeah, I heard the little sniffles. I hope she gets
We'll get Yazzie a round of applause. All right.
Yeah, now that's who we need to clap for is Yazzie.
I won't disagree with you there, all right?
So listen, the new Speaker of the House, for you to be so Christian, you know the Lord doesn't like a liar, he doesn't like a thief, and he doesn't like anybody that causes discord. For you to swear you straight from the Bible and you so holified, why would you not want people punished for doing wrong? You want to blur out the faces? If we were Black Lives Matter, because we was in there in whiteface, we left the grill on the front steps of the Capitol and came on in, to destroy the Capitol since they said Black Lives Matter had something to do.
Tell the truth and shame the devil.
We was in there in our whiteface, Zeus. We was in there. Come on now, Zeus. We weren't going to get by with just our regular black faces, so we had to put the white paint on and go on up in there and look like we were white people. Because I know Black Lives Matter was in there. I could tell because it was a real bone and a chicken wing bone on the steps. Ain't nobody did that but black folks. So yeah, we went on up in there, even though we Democrats and we really want to, get Joe Biden process, we went in there to try to stop it. Because, that makes sense to people who ain't got sense.
Yeah.
We went in there to stop the person that we voted for from getting his rightful thing, we was in there trying to stop everything. Nancy Pelosi, she a Democrat, but she really didn't want Joe in there. So she refused the police.
Where you get this info from? Where you
Listen
get this?
now, I'm telling you, because she got way more power than Trump. So when he said he was gonna send the police, she said, "You better not." And he said, "Oh, okay, I'm sorry. I ain't gonna send them because you the Speaker of the House, even though I'm the president, you still the Speaker of the House, and I'm sure that hold more weight than the president." So he was scared, and he said, "I'm not gonna send them." Because Nancy is the big bad wolf. And I read her responsibilities, but I'm sure they left that part out of her responsibilities, that she was responsible for calling the National Guard. Because I didn't see that in her
job description.
In her responsibilities and job description.
Hey, Lord, well, tell the truth and shame the devil.
I know they left out because they keep saying it was her responsibility. So I'm sure they left that out, by mistake. I'm sure they added that in now and everything, because Trump even scared of Nancy Pelosi. When she said, "Don't you send no police," he said, "Ooh, okay, I'm sorry."
Donald Trump did that.
Yeah, because he said she refused it. He just couldn't go over her because he was scared. He was afraid.
I don't buy it. I don't buy it.
Like I said, Black Lives Matter was walking all through there in white face. Chicken bones on the steps, and we had, ribs going through the hall. That wasn't feces on the wall. That was real sauce. That was barbecue sauce.
No.
We
Say
had
it
done
ain't
that.
so.
We had done that, Zeus. Yeah, we had done that. So for the man of God, come on in there, Jesus.
Come on
to
in.
want to blur out people who need to be punished for what they did, we can truly say that the Bible he reading is fake, and the religion that he is proclaiming, he don't even know about it. So I think people stop acting like they so saved and sanctified and filled with the Holy Ghost and doing everything Christ did not do.
Oh my God! You talking about the Holy Trinity? You saying they don't got that? They don't got that combo?
They ain't got the Trinity and the divine either.
Oh,
he ain't got nothing but words coming out his mouth that ain't reached God's ears yet. It's still hanging in the air.
Tell the truth, Takesha. You are on fire this morning. Tell the truth and shame the devil.
Yeah. So I just had to say that, it bothered me that he keep talking about he believe in the Bible. And he's such a Christian man, but they ain't got no attributes of Christ, but you're Christ-like. What kind of Christ y'all like? Because it ain't the one I know.
It ain't the one in the Bible, that's for sure.
It ain't the one I know. We have all sinned and fall short of the glory, and we gon' sin and fall short of the glory. But the problem come in is when you act like this perfect being that was shipped down on eagle's wings from the Lord. That's when you mess up.
Amen. Amen.
So let me get on off the hills because I don't want to take up no more time.
No, you're fine. You know what you do. This is your live too. All right.
It's not my live.
No. Listen. I'm in the passenger seat when you get in the box. Keisha, trust me. I'm in the passenger.
You make me stop coming on. Don't do that.
No, don't stop. But I'm buckled up. Okay, I know how to be a passenger. All right.
Don't do that, Zeus.
Now, when you go back out there, I'm gonna be in the driver's seat again. All right.
Okay. Well, let me let you get your seatbelt together and get back under the steering wheel.
All right. And make sure you buckle up while you're out there, because I'm telling you, they got a lot of twists and turns when I'm driving. All right. All right, ladies and gentlemen, let's get the beautiful Sister Takesha Reynolds. Okay, that was what you call a fatality. Gotta love it. I love all of you, all right? You all help make this show a very amazing experience, I tell you. You just never know which direction we're going to end up in with this broadcast. Oh my God. Good morning, Fuzzy. All right, someone called me. Can you hear me? Can you hear me?
Yeah, I lost you for a second.
Can you hear me? All right,
I can now.
Yeah. All right, Fuzzy. Sorry, I see you've been trying to get in the box a couple of days. I'm so sorry. It's been quite the show, or quite the week, right?
It is, and I've had a couple days off here, and I was trying to get in. Usually, I'm at work right now, so I wasn't able to. But I need to borrow your platform just for a second, Zeus. If you will do me a little favor. My main account was gotten by the TikTok gods. It is wiped off the face of the earth. It's just a white screen now. So this is my backup. So if people could give me a little follow, give me a little love on this one. I'm close to 2,000 now. So
Okay.
trying to reestablish.
Good job.
So
good
with
job.
that,
Please follow Buzzer.
thank you. So with that being said, I wanted to
he goes to a lot of interesting lives and he hosts lives. So yes, if you're into more of the, I would say, more factual content, Fuzzy's live is definitely on that side.
me and you like to attack on. Well, we take the offense on the defensive grounds. You know what we're saying?
Yes,
I mean, me
yes,
and you go
yes.
into those evil lives.
Yes, yes.
But,
I go into red spaces and gather reconnaissance, right, and I bring it back and process it out so that folks have a bit of a heads up on what's coming, right?
That's what we do. So, like I said, that one is completely gone. I like literally have a white screen when I try and call it
Nasty,
up.
nasty.
With that being said, I wanted to talk about a couple different things at first, but then you brought up yo baby mama daddy or whatever.
You've dealt with him before, I suppose.
I have. We've crossed paths a couple. Not a whole lot, but a few times. And what I don't understand is why is it that MAGA now takes such offense to being called Republicans? They're running under the Republican ticket. They are. But you say you're Republican. Well, doesn't that make you say you're not Republican, you're MAGA. Doesn't that make you rhinos? So you are your own enemy. I don't understand it. I don't understand that.
The hypocrisy that they openly project is very alarming, right? They don't see this.
They really don't.
See it. They think that we don't see it, but we see it as clear as day.
Yes, we do. we do. And I don't know if you're familiar with David Sir Trump.
He goes by for Trump.
He's an.
I know a lot of these demons. Yes, I read into this one as well.
Yeah, he goes around saying we hijacked the party just so we can get our voices out there and all of this stuff. He's a twisted one. He's a twisted one. But again, a rhino.
But he says that he hijacked a party.
He said no, not him. MAGA.
Oh,
says MAGA hijacked the Republican Party just to get their word out there.
Is hijacking a crime?
I think it might be.
Wow! They just confessed to another crime. You see how easy they do it. Wow!
Was it 44? Was it 44 hostages that were held back in the early '80s on a hijacked plane?
Oh! So this thing got a history of this.
It was the end of Carter. It was the end of Carter that rolled into Ronald Reagan. That's where Ronald Reagan actually got his popularity, was the coattails of Carter and those hijacked. But with that being said, I want to talk about the dangers of the rest of the Republican Party outside of Donald Trump, and specifically Vivek. Vivek. He talked about all these QAnon theories about 9/11 being fake, about Jan 6 being an inside job. That is dangerous. But then he went to replacement theory.
Yep.
And he said the replacement theory is a real thing, and that is dangerous rhetoric. And I don't care who you are, you want to talk about a dog whistle on a stage like that, that is dangerous. I don't care.
This is your fault. These are your people, though.
He might not make the general, but you know what? If he gets anywhere near the White House ever again, this close, that is scary stuff. Zeus, thank you for the platform. I appreciate it, and I wait to see you in other. I love being in MAGA Lives with you. It's fun.
All right. When I go into my dark Zeus, dark Zeus mode, yes, I will be in there giving them hell as usual.
Sounds great. All right, Zeus. Thank you, everyone, for the follows. I appreciate it.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, let's give Fuzzard a round of applause. Yes. What he's basically saying is, I am MAGA's worst nightmare because I understand them. I'm the MAGA whisperer. I go into their lives, and I've said this before, what I do. I go in there, and they go, what are you doing, Zeus? You're really quiet. I know. Well, I'm pouring gasoline around, right? And I pour that gasoline, and, it's really sprinkling the truth. And then I just let them, and then it just all of a sudden, I'll say one thing. I'll say, you know what? God bless President Barack Hussein Obama, one of the greatest presidents ever. And you know exactly what they do. The whole live goes up in flames. I can't believe. I mean, I got cursed out so many times yesterday in a nasty live. Attacking you were there. Attacking you were there, right? Snuggles gets into this live with me. The host Deja, he did an excellent job. He actually gave Zeus moderator powers, right? I didn't tell you this story. He gave me moderator powers, and he gave Snuggles moderator powers, and we were supposed to be like grown men hashing it out. And Snuggles, I'm in there just telling them all kinds of truth. They you know, obviously they don't care about facts. I'm a propagandist. You know, this is what Corn Pop was. Zeus, you're a liar. Your platform. Okay, great. Have a great day. Fine. And then what happens? We bring up our good friend Attacking. And what did Snuggles do? Snuggles drops Attacking from the box. That's what he did. Yeah, he dropped Attacking from. I said, Snuggles. I used my moderator powers and I said, bring Attacking back up. I brought Attacking back up. This is going on in a red live, by the way. But I'm Dark Zeus. Bring Attacking. Well, Zeus, I can't stand Attacking. He says this about me. I said, well, Snuggles, you put up the video about Michelle Obama. We've asked you very nicely, you know, not to do it, but you're doing it. So the gloves are off. It is what it is. And if you don't believe that what Attacking is saying is true, oh, well, own it. All right, because I go into these red spaces and they call Zeus all kinds of nasty names. But I don't act up and I don't get all emotional about it. I let them do it because I get it. They are just letting it off because that's how they feel. And they're not going to change a single thing, right? And so we were playing ping pong, right? Attacking. He dropped Snuggles. I dropped Snuggles, actually, right? I think he dropped Attacking. I dropped Snuggles. It was the nicest thing. And then Snuggles dropped me, and it was a bunch of back and forth. And I left that live feeling very accomplished, all right? And I want to make sure Snuggles knows this. As long as that Michelle Obama is up, things are going to be as they are. And you really do owe us all a very, very big apology, all right? And I can't tell Attacking anything. I can't, especially when you have people like Corn Pops. Corn Pop and all those other folks that yell at Zeus. If I could take somebody yelling at me, Snuggles, so can you. It really is time to grow up. And that goes to any of these folks on the right, too, that think they're experiencing some form of harassment and all. Trust me, you have no idea who's getting harassed on this app more than I do, all right? And I can't blame one person. I'm not gonna blame Snuggles for what this person does. No, I just blame the person that did it. That's how I do it, all right? But you know, I will continue to engage these liars and hypocrites the way that I do, because I know that they themselves know that the end is near. All right. Good morning, Attacking. How are you doing, my friend?
You know what's kind of fun? You know what's kind of funny about the game of ping pong yesterday?
What was that? Snuggles,
in his own broadcast. And by the way, I don't even have to be in Snuggles' broadcast. I get clips sent to me in DM. So anyway.
Right, this happens, right? When you're a big person like yourself, Attacking, you're in it all the way.
So Snuggles, I got a clip, I put it up. Snuggles is bitching about
keep it clean. I got that, Attacking.
Sorry. Snuggles is complaining about censorship. And he's complaining that TikTok is removing him. And he says, I have copies of all the messages from TikTok. You're being removed. And he goes, I'm saving this for the class action suit against TikTok for censorship.
Well, I went in. I don't hear you. Can you hear me? I got a call again.
Now I do.
If there's any money you make, Snuggles, can you hear me? Can you hear me? Yeah, if he's suing TikTok and he's making any money, Snuggles, I want you to add my name to the check when it comes. All right?
That's just too funny. How can you cry about censorship but remove somebody because you don't like what they're saying? If you don't like what they're saying, don't lie.
Or just leave the live.
Right. You know, you don't have to be there. I'm not hurt by what you say to me. I ain't crying. But you won't come up and talk to me about you're either a racist or a misogynist. Which one is it? You have to answer the question. You're the one making these comments. You know, hold me accountable. But you know what I put up yesterday? I'm going to show you what I put up yesterday.
We have some
just
stop. There you go.
Because everything is related. Everything's relative. If there wasn't a Trump, there wouldn't be mega, and there wouldn't be you and me. If there wasn't Trump, there wouldn't have been an attack on the United States Capitol. There wouldn't have been 7 people unalive. If there wasn't Trump, there wouldn't be the lies about mass voter fraud in the 2020 election. If there wasn't Trump, there wouldn't be this division amongst the Republicans and the Democrats as it is right now, or whites against blacks, or Christian whites against LGBTQ community. If there wasn't Trump, all these things are relatively connected. If there wasn't Trump, there wouldn't be mega people lying. There wouldn't be people like Zeus or myself calling out your lies. And there wouldn't be this division amongst the American people. So stop lying for Trump. Stop repeating his lies. And quit lying about facts. And again, quit using this. He hasn't been convicted, baloney.
Thank you.
Baloney. Because a court you have to file the case, file the indictments, file the charges, and then go to court. Okay? That's how it works. You guys lie about Joe Biden, you lie about Hunter Biden without any factual information, and you ignore the documents that are coming out. If Trump didn't do these certain things,
tell him attacking.
We wouldn't have these court cases. But you want to ignore everything and lie about it without any proof of anything that you say. So get over it.
Bingo!
My
No lies detected. By the way, attacking.
Yes.
Have you heard anything about 22-380? Remember that?
You mean the Brunson versus Adams case?
Remember Trump was supposed to come back. Remember that lie that they were spreading around on social media?
Yeah.
Have you heard anything about that lately?
Nope.
Oh.
I haven't.
So that means that was another lie that they were promoting on the right?
Yeah, because the thing is this. Within 22-380, Brunson versus Adams, they added removing like 380 Democrats because they didn't investigate the so-called election fraud. Well, the thing is this.
I remember that part. Yeah.
Why did they add Joe Biden and Kamala Harris? Because they were not, Biden wasn't. He wasn't in office. So why would he be put into this lawsuit when he wasn't even part of the government for them to say he needs to be removed from the government? It's not up to him to investigate. And the Republican Party didn't bring any documentation to this malfunction of the courts and saying we don't want to do the electoral count, blah 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 blah. And by the way, Nevada, Arizona, Georgia, Michigan, Wisconsin,
bingo,
are charging fake electors.
It's over, Mac.
I mean, where's the Democrats? Where are the Democrats being charged for this massive voter fraud? And I keep on using the word massive because yes, there is election attempts of ballot harvesting or multiple ballots being signed. They get caught. But there's nothing with Donald Trump in any of this, and you guys still want to push the lie.
You cooked this morning, attacking. I really appreciate you doing that.
You're welcome. Everybody again. Just one more thing, guys. Please just stop.
Yes.
I mean, seriously, just stop. I mean, my God, I'm going to drop.
All right, ladies and gentlemen. Let's give attacking a round of applause. No lies detected. Just stop. So now, Snuggles, I think it's time. you owe us an apology for 22-380. I don't know if Snuggles is still here, but I need an apology for 22-380 because I recall now that was a traumatizing months and months of us relentlessly shouting down that lie and that narrative. And once it became crystal clear, and this is what MAGA does, once it became crystal clear that 22-380 was no longer an option for them. As a matter of fact, I even called the Supreme Court clerk to get an update when it was on its last leg. No, it's not going anywhere. 22-380 is dead. Snuggles, he just proceeded to act like it didn't exist, and he came up with a new conspiracy out of thin air. This is what they do, ladies and gentlemen. Once the lie's debunked, once the conspiracy theory has proven to be completely untrue, it just magically disappears in their world, and they move on to something even more dangerous, right? Which is why I believe he's at the desperate point of calling Michelle Obama a man. Because when you look at his track record, now it's all starting to make sense. When you look at the track record, all the other lies have failed. So, it's like one of those games where you have to jump off of it before it falls down, right? And you have to jump off and it has to fall down. He's on his last conspiracies, ladies and gentlemen. We got him on the ropes. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah, I get it now, ladies and gentlemen. It's Snuggles. Remember this? I didn't used to be this mean before, because I know Snuggles is probably crying right now. He's like, Zeus, you're being so mean. But I didn't used to be this mean, Snuggles. I didn't. But I got to be this way because the gloves are off, right?
Everyone knows and I wouldn't have said this 3 weeks ago. I wouldn't have said it. I was actually very kind to him. But now we can't be kind anymore because the gloves are off. The jar has been opened.
The doors are off and the jar's open. I am having a good time now because I can't wait to see what the next conspiracy is going to be once that ball drops next year. Oh, yeah. It's not their only path forward. Listen up, all of you Trump supporters. If I were you, I would just come clean right now, Zeus. I don't want to go any further down this dark and dangerous road for Donald Trump. I'm sorry. And just start apologizing, MAGA. That's really it. All right? And that's your only way out, because if you keep going, you keep jumping onto those platforms that are eventually going to fall down. It's like that game Crash Bandicoot. I remember I used to play that game on PlayStation back in the day. It's going to fall, and you're going to jump to the next one. 3, 2, 1. If you don't get off, you got to jump to the next one. When it's all said and done, you're going to jump all the way to the end and then have to fight the big boss, right? And you know what happens when you fight the big boss, all right? You're going to have to take in L. All right. Let's see who we got next, ladies and gentlemen. Oh, my gosh. Union Gang, I see you, champ. How you doing? Good morning, Stick the Ruler. Nice to see you, my brother.
Good morning. Hey, how you doing?
All right. It's a Friday. It feels like a Friday, right?
Oh yeah, Factual Friday. Love, you gotta love Factual Friday.
Yeah.
And again, I hope that everybody understands that next Tuesday is the first Tan Suit Tuesday for my boy Barack Obama.
Power to the people.
Everybody,
yes.
It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter what kind of suit it is. It could be a pantsuit for you ladies, Tan Suit Tuesday. It can be a Dickie suit for the fellas that go to work. Long as it's tan, it works.
Right, there it goes, right there. Tan suit. What did you say? Tan Suit Tuesday.
Tan Suit Tuesday.
Yeah.
Tan Suit Tuesday.
God bless Barack Obama and all he's done. Union Gang.
Exactly. So, I like to give roses while people are still here. So, for all the people that came up earlier spitting nothing but facts, Fizz, was it
Shay?
Not Shay. Shay, Takesha, all of you guys. You guys are awesome. Just like that man said earlier. He has one of the best lives on TikTok. He has some of the best people to come in on TikTok. I would like to think that I'm one of those people.
Oh, you are.
Friday is one of those days where everything is on the up and up. If you're thriving with Biden,
Amen.
Say it loud, say it proud. Say it loud and say it proud. And wear your best. I want everybody I'm gonna sound like a Republican for a minute. I want everybody to wear their best.
Amen.
You know, don't give your money away to Donald Trump. Wear your best. Do for you. Since that's all I keep hearing about in the MAGA world. Yeah, do for you. Don't help anybody. Don't help a person that won't help you back. Help yourself. And listen to these special broadcasts. Get this special message and do for you. Actually do for you. Don't just say you're gonna do for you. Do for you, okay? And understand when you're doing for you and you look around and things are better, you're thriving under Biden. You know, that's just what it is, you know. And I'm not a person to pull coattails and all of that good stuff. But at the end of the day, folks, it could be a lot worse than it is.
Yeah.
And he's made it a lot better than what it was. So, for all my liberals, all my moderates, all my lefties, man, just keep preaching it, man. Keep preaching it. Keep showing and improving and spitting facts.
I don't know where you went. It says you went offline, Stick the Root. Are you okay? I don't know what happened. Miss Floor, I see you. Have a good one. All right. I don't know what happened. Hold on. I'll let you finish up what you were saying, my good friend. Oh my God. Ladies and gentlemen. I gotta put gas in my car. Only full $30. That's nothing on the gas. Good morning, Stick.
Yeah, I'm sorry about that. My headset went dead, and it always does that with TikTok. But anyway, I was just saying, you know, keep your head up. It's not as bad as you think it is. If you actually get the factual news, you will know that you're way better than you was in 2017, 18, and 19.
Amen.
And that's all I got to say.
All right. Ladies and gentlemen, let's give it up to Stick the Ruler. No lies detected. You know, I always hear about these folks, especially on the right. I gotta work 2 jobs just to pay my bills. And I gotta remind you folks, that's what you're supposed to be doing. You an adult. You are supposed to be taking care of all of your responsibilities. Whatever situation you found yourself in, work and get yourself out of it. You should not be. What are you gonna do with those extra time that you got? If working 2 jobs is too much for you, and you feel you should only work one job, well, what are you gonna do with the extra hours that you got on your hand? Now, you gonna get on TikTok and start complaining? Cut it out. You should be grateful the good Lord has granted you the ability to work 2 jobs. All right? You should be grateful that you can be in the United States. I mean, think about the privilege and how ridiculous. There's folks in all parts of the earth that would love to come to the United States and have just one job. These entitled, MAGA-possessed, demonic folks sitting up there with 2 jobs, turning their nose up, going, I have to have 2 jobs. You so lucky the good Lord doesn't give me the powers to be him for at least one day, right? Let me be God for one day. And then after that, we can get back to what we were doing. I would go to all you liars and all you MAGA-possessed folks, and I would take away those jobs that you have. I would empty out your bank accounts and your savings account. I'd take away all your possessions and cast you into the desert and say, now you figure it out. Since you couldn't handle those 2 jobs that I blessed you with, go into the desert and you survive in the wild with no job at all. And you tell me how that feels. That's exactly what I should do. I would do it if the good Lord gave me those powers for just one day. Oh, yeah, I know I'm going to catch a lot of heat after this show, ladies and gentlemen. They're going to be sending me all kinds of DMs. Zeus, I hate you. I hate your plan. And you know what? So what? If you don't like it, you can leave. Good morning, Anita. Hello, the beautiful Anita. How you doing?
You're not going to catch any heat from me on that. That's totally accurate. It's the biggest issue for MAGA. It's the ignorance. It is pure, willful, woeful ignorance. They're angry about due process. They're angry that you have to investigate, then indict. So when we're watching this horse and pony. It's not even a horse. It's a flea show. This flea show that's going on in the House where they're trying to investigate Biden, where their own witnesses are saying that they can't even rise to the level of impeachable offense, and they're wasting all of this time. It's pathetic.
Right. I agree.
The fact that I know people and people that I actually care about who are still Trump supporters. And the first thing they'll tell me is, I'm not politically educated, but I still like the guy or I support the guy. And I'm just like, how can you support something that you're not aware of? And that's like the cornerstone of it. While they don't know what he's actually done, while they don't know the things Biden has done for them, they can continue on that same path.
Ignorance is bliss, right?
Exactly. There's no accountability if you're not smart enough to know. And some of them are smart enough to know, they just don't want to hear it. Don't talk. I don't want to talk about it. It's like, okay, we won't talk about it, but for sure, as the sun is shining today, my vote's going to cancel out yours.
Bingo. I mean, it's willful ignorance to a certain degree, right? I mean, these folks you ask them, have you heard about this, especially if it's Trump related? Oh, I haven't heard about that. Please tell me. What do you think about that? When they try to act like they don't know what Donald Trump does, but they all of a sudden know everything Joe Biden has done, right? Even the crimes of his son.
That's great. I promise not to vote for Hunter Biden again. Just like Ange said the other day.
Yeah.
She said it beautifully. Hi, honey. Thank you for the gifts.
Wow.
I will not be voting for Hunter Biden. But his father is getting a heck of a lot done.
Yeah.
We can see the legislation. He literally signed in one day more bipartisan bills and legislation into law than Orange Turtsicle did over the 4 years.
No lies detected. No lies detected. And these folks think that Donald Trump deserves a second chance in the White House based on his track record. This is what they're saying. But what could you say was Donald Trump's greatest accomplishment, if you could think of something?
He does have one extreme accomplishment.
Oh, what's that?
He has shined the brightest possible light on the dysfunction of the Republican Party.
Good one!
He says the quiet parts out loud.
Yeah. He's exposed his base as being a bunch of criminals, right? Election denier, conspiracy theorists, promoting seditious, traitorous criminals. Yeah.
All of that.
Thank you, Donald Trump.
Thank you. Thank you for showing us all the dysfunction.
Yeah. That's his best policy he's passed in decades and years. All right?
Chef's kiss.
Yes, thank you. Well, do you have any plans this weekend? Or, we're going into Saturday and Sunday. Any plans?
I'm going to decompress. I may go to the beach.
Oh, wow. See, some of that R&R. That's good for you. All right. Well,
thank you so much, Deuce, for having me up.
All right, and stay safe out here in these murky TikTok streets. All right, ladies and gentlemen, let's give the beautiful Anita a round of applause. No lies detected. We love you. We really, really do love you. Oh my gosh, you see that, ladies and gentlemen? It's not that hard to get in the box and tell the truth. All right, I know. You know what it is. MAGA cannot believe so many folks know all of the information we talk about on a daily basis. To them, it feels like torture. It's an echo chamber. No, this is not an echo chamber. This is what we call a feedback loop. All right. Learbag, good morning. How are you doing, my friend?
This is Gabriel. This is my backup account.
Okay, Gabriel. All right. This is your backup account. Is your main one down?
Well, my main one got the permanent banana.
Nasty! How did that happen, champion?
You get on these lives and you show facts to some MAGA folks and they get on their feelings.
Oh my God. Well, listen, keep up the good fight, my friend. You're doing a good job, all right?
I'll do it. This last one is only for a week, so I'll be back to annoy them with the truth.
Well, consider it a great badge of courage, all right?
Absolutely.
You have my support. Now, what brings you to the kingdom this bright and early on a Friday?
No, I was listening to the conversation and all the compliments of that Biden has had, and I think we have to recognize our wonderful vice president.
Oh, Kamala. You're right.
Who set a record the other day for the most ties broken on the Senate.
Ooh.
So
I remember.
So, you know, all these wonderful laws that are being passed by the Biden-Harris administration do owe a lot of debt of gratitude to the work of Ms. Kamala Harris. Right. And I think she should be recognized and applauded for it.
I agree.
So just wanted to say that, and to remind people, because I've been having this conversation, I reposted a video from a year ago, Suze.
Okay.
A year ago, when the midterms happened,
I
was telling people the GOP wants to take away your Social Security and your Medicare.
Right.
And this has not changed.
Right.
It's still in the agenda, but they still are on their feelings about it, and they keep defending it.
Right.
I'm like, no.
It's so funny how you can, TikTok does have that feature where it shows you what you were posting a year ago. It's so funny how when you go back and you look at it, you're like, wow, it's been a year since this happened, and how how things have changed, right?
Yeah. But they stay the same. Their agenda is the same.
Yeah.
I mean, you would figure 11 months in control of the House in Congress. And these people would have gotten together to pass one bill.
Right.
And they can't even get their heads together on a budget that was negotiated by the guy they ousted.
Right. Isn't that something? This shows you how ineffective they are. These folks should be forced to turn over their paychecks, and they shouldn't be paid a crying dime until they actually start doing the work of the American people. And investigating Hunter Biden isn't that.
Nope.
Right?
Yeah, and about Hunter Biden, I do believe he and this is just my personal opinion, and it's for educational purposes. Yes. TikTok. I do believe he has a good case to sue Marjorie Taylor Greene for revenge corn.
Yeah, I agree. We really should. I would sue her too if I were him.
Well, Suze, that's my bell.
All right.
I bet you adieu, my friend. Keep telling the truth and keep shaming the devil.
Amen. Will do. All right. All right, Learbag, Gabe, thank you so much. All right, ladies and gentlemen, we have reached that point in the live. I didn't realize how much time had passed, but I've had a great time this morning. All right, we went up and we went down. You know what we do over here on this side of town, all right? It's a little bit of everything, right? But I do got to wrap it up and run, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you all so much for tuning in to this special broadcast. Sorry I didn't get to all of you. If I didn't get you this time, I will try to get you next time. I may do a little bit of the closet of truth later today, all right? Because we have a Russian bear, all right, who wants to get to know Zeus.
Hold on.
I don't know.
The bear. You
love you
the
straight
bear,
back.
you're gonna get the bear.
She said, Zeus, I bet you if we had a conversation and we didn't talk politics, you would really think I'm a good person. So I said, you know what? I might have to talk to you in the closet of truth. And I don't want to talk politics. I want to really get to know the person. All right. And so I'm going to want to know and this is a bit of a heads up, Jay Bear. I want to know what your religious beliefs are. I want to know what sports you're into. I want to know what kind of food you like to eat. All right. Maybe we got something in common, but okay. Cause I can't give you my phone number. All right, Jay Bear. All right. But I'm willing to hear you out to see what you may believe you have in common with Zeus. And I know you're married. All right, Jay Bear. I really do. And I'm not at all interested in disrupting your commitment to your husband at all. But I just want to remind you that it is possible for you to have jungle fever while you're married, all right? And the Bible does refer to it as lusting, all right? And so that's why I say you're going to have to just lay there and burn. You can lust after Zeus all you want, but there's nothing that's going to happen. I promise you. All right, ladies and gentlemen, take care. Have a great rest of your morning. And wait a second, before we do, you all deserve a round of applause. Thank you to all of you, my critics, my detractors, my gifters and subscribers. Special thank you to Yazzie. Yazzie, you came in and did the Lord's work. I don't know how you did it, but you did it. All right, and I also appreciate all of you who continue to hold me accountable the way that you do. All right, I do recognize that, you know, feedback is a gift if you treat it that way. And so if folks don't like some things that I do, I will try my best to hear folks out, and maybe it'll change some of the things I do. And if not, it doesn't mean that your feedback didn't count. But again, you all deserve a round of applause, and I'll see you next time. All right, take care. Have a great rest of your morning. I am out of here. I see you, Tina. You're great too, Ange. All right, you're all beautiful. Have a great rest of your happy Friday. Yes.
This is how I move when I'm walking like Zeus. This is how I sound when I'm talking like Zeus. This is how I stand when I'm looking like Zeus.
I like to act a fool when I'm moving like Zeus. Have a blessed morning. Oh, we carried on this morning. Y'all making me work more than my hour and a half. I don't know how y'all do it. Oh, angel, I'm flyer than an eagle. Oh my God. If you living like a bum, get away from me, fool. I got money on my mind. Thank you, Hector. Union Gang. I see you. Straight Max. Miss Boss Diva. Shay. Swerve. Attacking. All right. And Snuggles, I know you're out there, but you really do need to just listen. All right, Anita, Slick the Roomba, Slick and Slick. All right, Queen Flea, Truth is Irony, Stacy Jones, Infinite Zone, Empress of Crypto. We did it. There was another week. Said. Venus, I see ya. Radiant Mahogany, Mrs. Silk, Music, Heal Your Soul. Let's go. Hey, Bling King, Mystica, Miss Morningstar, and Yazzie, I see ya. Ginger, I see ya. Cap cut. Keep it clean out there. Laura, thank you for all the moderating you do. I've been waiting for this. Lewis, I see you, champ. Black Jade, I see you as well. Little Hawk, let's go. Marisol. If you can't swim, don't be in the pool. Angie, I see you. Yes. Dawn, you're the special one. Let's go. Hey, Rio. Oh. Hey, little mama, let me play with your caboose. Hey, Mary. Because I'm sweet like a tooth. And on the God, boy, you're such a douche. I tried to play patient, but you had to like my views. I'm catching all these snakes like a mongoose. All right, ladies and gentlemen, see you on the streets. Yes, hands. You know I'm so handsome. That's why they call me Zeus. This is how I move when I'm walking like Zeus. This is how I sound when I'm talking like Zeus. Marisol. This is how I stand. Off limits, hey, Namashi. I see you. All right, oh my God. You are all amazing. All right, here we go. You're right, attacking. Without Trump, none of this would have happened.
I just want to find 11,780 votes, which is one more than we have.
Right.
Now mine on the beat, kicking the
You know what we gotta do?
Lawrence Reed on the beat.
Mr. Jones in the building. I ain't seen you in a while. I peek in your lives. I see you, champ. All right, let's go.
He's deranged. Jack Smith. 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 He's deranged. Jack Smith.
Donald Trump is indicted and they take one charge and they turn it into 36 charges. And he's a big Trump hater. Openly, he's a Trump hater. And his wife is even more of a Trump hater.
Yeah. We are. I am definitely a Trump hater, all right?
Did the FBI do that? Because they also did something where they put documents all over the floors and they took pictures.
Oh my God, that is so hilarious. I like what he says. They did something where they also do this thing where they put documents all over the floor and then they take pictures as if the FBI set them up. You cannot make this stuff up, ladies and gentlemen. Take care. Have a great rest of your morning.